links to the channels down.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, welcome back, Insomniacs. Tonight we got a big Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. A big divisional battle as the Titans look to get back into the race. Without further ado, here we are. What is going on, Ian? We got Ronaldo in the house. We got the best Savage in the house. What is going on, fellas? Ian, are you ready for some football?
Dude, of course, man. AFC South matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, two teams that are trying to fight for playoff spots. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. So it's going to be a tough game for both teams involved. Anytime you see it's a divisional matchup, it's always going to be a close game, especially on primetime football. Cannot wait for it. And shout out to everybody in the chat. You know, shout out to Ronaldo. I mean, he's a guy. He's always in the Jet Central chat in the streams. He's always.
Yeah, Ronaldo's a great guy. I see him popping in my stream sometimes, Rover stream sometimes. Very funny guy. I think he popped in on when me and Rover were doing it. He called in once. But yes, very funny guy. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully we get this chat up and running as the game progresses. But thank you guys for starting. If you could, please drop a thumbs up. It does help the channel out. And I'm ready to get this puppy started. We got some big names in this game. Of course, you got J.J. Watt on the defensive end. You got Clowney. You got Hopkins. I mean, lots of stars on the Texans. And the Titans are more like the type of team you like. Not a lot of big names, but they're nitty, they're gritty, and they find ways to win football games.
Yeah, you know, exactly. The Tennessee Titans, they don't have that many weak points on the team, other than really wide receiver. But really, they have a pretty solid offensive line. I think Mariota's the guy, quarterback. You know, you're going to have to kind of coach him up a little bit, but overall, I like Mariota. The defense is pretty much stacked at every level. Cornerback, safeties, check. Linebacking, I love the linebacking core. You know, guys like Correa, Woodyard, and stuff like that. They're just stacked, you know. And then, of course, the defensive line, definitely a strength of the team. So the Tennessee Titans, I love that favorite team. I'm not one for having second favorite teams, if you will. But I got to say, Tennessee Titans, I root for them every week. I love watching their games. Their coaching staff is great. And here's the kickoff.
Yeah, here we go. We're getting ready to kick off, and it goes away. By the way, Mark Israel, Best Savage, thank you for tuning in as we are getting ready, and it's going to be a touchback. Let me read the chat real quick before we get underway. Best Savage says he's over the Giants' loss now. Still believing we can win, knowing we now have nothing to lose. You never know. What's up, guys? I'm sitting at Barclays watching the Islanders and Capitals, Mark Israel. That's a diehard subscriber right there. He's at an Islander game, and he's tuning into our stream. So thank you, Mark, for tuning into the stream. By the way, any of my subscribers, I don't know who check out JC's channel, check out Rover's channel if you haven't done it, sub them up, and we're getting ready to go here, JC. You ready to go?
Yeah, quick shout out to Mark as Marcus Mariota lines up on our center. But quick shout out to Mark, huge. I mean, what a guy, what a great guy, what a legend.
Here comes the snap, play action pass. Mariota rolling out. He's gonna check it down, and it's gonna be about a 3-yard gain to Smith on a screen pass.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I want to see from this Titans offense is a nice balance between pass and run. I don't really think you should commit too hard to the pass or too hard to the run. The Houston Texans defense is pretty strong all around.
Yeah. Coming out here, Texas coming out with a 5-man front. They're showing blitz. Mariota under center. We got 20 on the play clock. He's calling an audible. McKinney looks like he's showing blitz here. Bavith is announced. What's going on, Bavith? Mariota under center, and here comes the snap. He's gonna play action pass. He's looking down the right sideline, and it's caught. A nice play there to Corey Davis as he picks up about 15 to 20 there, JC.
Yeah, I would probably say a nice 20-yard pickup right there. One interesting takeaway I found from that play: keep your eyes on Jadeveon Clowney. He's just like playing. He was just roving around. He wasn't set down in that 4-3 roll or that with his hand in the dirt. He was just standing up, kind of picking where he wanted to go, which gap he wanted to shoot, and he chose the A gap right up the middle. Obviously, he didn't get that much pressure, but we'll see what happens here.
Here comes Mariota in the pistols. Got a man in motion going to his left, and getting ready for the snap. Here it comes, and he's gonna another play action pass. He's looking deep down the left sideline. He's got him. It's picked. Oh, it should have been picked off. In and out of the hands of. I couldn't see the guy's name, but number 20. There's a flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Initial takeaway right from the jump, what I've seen from this game, the Tennessee offensive line is doing a tremendous job. I would look to let's see what this penalty is.
The Best Savage says you're a great YouTuber. He's one of my subs. He checked you out with the Jets Patriots recap. Yeah, no, he's an awesome dude. Great, knows a lot about football.
Savage, I appreciate that, man. Truly does mean the world. As we have a pass interference on Houston, that's just a killer. I mean, Chris, how could you give up a pass interference? That was basically a pick of a 30 right there.
Yeah, that was yeah. They have it all the way at the red zone now. They got it at the Houston 21. Coming out in the same formation here. He's got Smith in motion to his right. And here comes the snap. Mariota's going to hand off. He finally hands off this time, and he picks up, we'll call it 2. Nice little 2-yard pick up there. I believe it was Dion Lewis.
Yeah, it was. Chris, who you got winning this game, actually? I don't think we actually talked about that in the beginning. Who do you have winning this matchup, and why?
I like Houston. I think Houston's the better team right now. But here we go. Here comes the snap, shotgun, and he's going to hit Lewis in the flat. Lewis, nice tackle there by the Texans. Big tackle there by Cunningham, who I think is the second leading tackler on this team.
Beautiful tackle by the ex-Vanderbilt Commodore. I mean, he was a guy I liked at college because he was a little undersized, but he wraps up an open field. You saw that, him to do that right then and there. He, like I said, he's on the smaller end, but he's athletic and he's really quick sideline to sidelines.
Yeah, it was a great play. That's a 5-yard saving tackle at least. 12:48 to go here in the first quarter as the Texans continue a good drive here. Empty backfield here for Mariota, so he's going to be gunning. You always got to look out for his mobility, though, right?
Here's where you can look for a quarterback draw. If you're Mariota.
Here comes the snap. Mariota's going to throw quick. He's going to hit the tight end there in the flat. We got about 7, so I think they'll be kicking a field goal here as he gets to about the 13. And the Honey Badger with the tackle.
Yeah, gotta kick the point. Gotta get the field goal here. Get the early lead, 3-0. You're on the road. It's going to be an easy enough kicker or easy enough field goal. I know the kicker from Tennessee has had his troubles this season, but you got to take the easy points here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will get to the chat in a second. We're just trying to stay up with the game. Ventura, what is going on? Thank you for tuning into the stream. I see you said a comment there, Bavit. I'm going to answer it in a second. 4th and 2. They're going to take, I think it's about a 30-yarder maybe. And here comes the snap.
31.
Yeah, 31. Hold is good. Kick is good. So for all you fantasy guys out there who got the Titans kicker, you just got some points. And, you asked me the question before who I liked in this game. I like Houston. I like the way they're playing. I like the dynamic they have on defense. They're very underrated. They have a very good run defense. Going into this week, I think they rank 2nd in the league. And they, of course, have the great pass rushers on the outside. So I think they will be able to disrupt Tennessee. But Tennessee had a good first drive there, I'll say that.
Yeah, Tennessee, they're one of probably the most inconsistent team in the National Football League. They have great wins. They have horrible losses. They have games where they put up a ton of points and then games where they can only put up 6 or 9 points, So Tennessee's extremely weird right now, but they're coming off a pretty demoralizing loss. And I think this is a must-win right now for Tennessee. You got your defensive coordinator back. Marcus Mariota's back, both of who, were pretty much absent in last week's loss against the Colts.
Right.
So I got Tennessee. It's not like a little hindsight thing because they're up 3-0. I actually picked Tennessee in the I
know you did. I'm still sticking with Houston. I'll give you the 3. I'm sticking with Houston. But let's get to the chat here. Bavit says, just looked at the 2019 free agents. Would you consider dropping Jonathan Stewart and picking up LeGarrette Blount for a year? Interesting. How old is LeGarrette Blount, JC? 30?
He's definitely on the older end because I remember he was a great Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I remember because growing up in Florida, I had a lot of friends that were Bucs fans, and they always would tell me you got to watch out for LeGarrette Blount. He's a beast. Then he spent some time with the Patriots, and then he spent I think a year with Pittsburgh. Yeah. And then back with New England, and then he had that year with Philly. Now he's on Detroit. He's been around the league for a long time, and he's a power back, so he has taken a beating.
I don't know if I would because of that, but he's an upgrade over Jonathan Stewart. Stewart hasn't even seen the field. It depends how much it would be. If it's a cost-effective move, I probably would do it. Philip Burton says Tennessee is. Oh, he's 31. Bavit says okay. What's going on? Meet the Mets. Thank you for tuning in the stream, brother. Black quarterback, gotta go with my guy, Ronaldo says.
Ronaldo's the man. All right. I don't want to sit here and mispronounce his name. But to answer your question, man, he was asking a little bit about Le'Veon Bell and the New York Jets possibly picking him up.
Oh, it's I believe it's Bavith.
Bavith.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Bavith, yeah, man. To answer your question, thanks for stopping by. But to answer your question in a nutshell, because I could sit here and talk for an hour about this whole thing, but I think we have a pretty good chance. I mean, you look at the Jets; they obviously need a running back. I like Crowell, but we need that number one guy, right? We need the lead horse. Not only do we have the need, but we're in New York City. Le'Veon Bell wants to have the eyes on him. Plus, we've got the money to spend for his big contract. So, I think the chances are pretty high.
Kickoff away. It's going to be a touchback as Houston's going to come out. They'll start at their own 25 as Deshaun Watson and this high-powered Texans offense tries to go for their, what are they, 8 straight now?
I believe so, because they started off the season really rocky.
They started off 0-3.
Then, yeah.
Yeah. They're 8-3 or 7-3?
7-3.
All right, so they're going for their 8 straight. Yeah. So here comes this Texans offense, led by Deshaun Watson and the newly acquired Demaryius Thomas, and of course, the guy who I think is the best wide receiver in the league, DeAndre Hopkins. Watson's coming out, empty backfield, first play. He's gunning the ball, and he's going to hit the Griffin, the tight end there in the flat for about 5. Nice quick throw to get him in the groove.
One thing I want to see from Deshaun, set the tempo early on by short passing and go in an up-tempo offense. I mean, that's actually what they're doing right here. You don't see it huddle up.
Yep, he hurries to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 as he's under center. He's got Lamar Miller in the backfield. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand to Miller. Miller's got not a lot of room there, but he's going to push forward for about 2 yards. We'll have a 3rd and 2 coming up. Not a bad, you got to set the tempo there. Let's see what we got here. Bavit says, how about for both teams? Jalen Ramsey looks like he's going to be let go. So I don't know if the Giants should acquire, but that's what... I don't know. He's going to be a lot of money for a cornerback. And if I'm the Giants, I'm looking to make cost-effective moves at this point. And I'm sure JC will answer that in a second. Watson coming out in the shotgun. He's got Miller to his right. He's got a 3 wide receiver set to his right and Griffin to his left. Here comes the snap. He's going to roll it to his right. Titans come with pressure, and they bring him down for a big loss. That's going to be about a 10-yard loss there, and they're going to be punting.
Yeah, beautiful penetration by the Texas defensive line. You take a look at this defense. They brought an exotic blitz right there. You had a lot of people standing up, as you guys could see on the replay. They were able to get after them. The Texans' offensive line has actually been a little bit of a weak spot of the offense. Everybody likes to see their the points, all the yards and whatnot. But if you want to disrupt the Texans' offense, you have to penetrate this offensive line.
Here comes the punt. It's going to be fielded at the 27. He's going to go to his right. He's going to cut up the big hit. Wow. He decleated him. 4-yard gain on the return. They'll start at their own 31.
Yeah, Bavith, to answer your question about Jalen Ramsey, that's a guy who I really like in the league, right now. Obviously, a great cornerback. I like how he brings that attitude to the Jacksonville Jaguar defense. I think the Jaguars are going to end up keeping him, honestly. I don't see any scenario where they're going to trade him unless they get a situation, maybe like a first-round pick plus something else, whether it's a player or like a later-round pick. I don't see the Jaguars letting go of Jalen Ramsey. Really don't.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think he's kind of like what the Giants had with Odell Beckham. Same situation. He's too talented to let go. The Best Savage says, I believe the Titans are the most inconsistent football team this year, and I'm going to agree with you on that. I think JC probably thinks the same. They're extremely. I mean, there's a few teams that are very inconsistent, but they're one of them for sure. One week they'll come out, you think they're world beaters. They beat who'd they beat the hell out of? Was it the Cowboys?
They beat Dallas and New England back-to-back weeks.
Yes, that's right. They killed New England. And then they go out and they lose to teams they shouldn't be losing to. So yes, they're a hard team to figure. But yeah, so far. But by the way, anybody checking out for the first time, please hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. It does mean a lot. We're trying to build this channel up, and feel free to check out our individual channels. The link is in the description above.
So, who share the most inconsistent teams right now in the league? Titans, they're in there.
Titans are definitely in there. I'd have to think about that. Baltimore's a good one. The Titans are definitely might be the most inconsistent.
Yeah, you got teams like Carolina, Denver.
I was going to say, how about Denver? Because Denver one week looks great, and then they get beat by teams. Yeah, Denver's another one.
Carolina. What do you think, Carolina?
Carolina's a good one too, yeah, because I love Carolina. Now, what are they, 6-5 now? And they've dropped
6-5. Yeah, I mean, Seattle beat them on the road, and like before this game, Carolina was undefeated at home too.
Yeah, they've dropped 3 straight. Stealth Raven is in the house. What's going on, brother? If you haven't checked out JC's channel, check it out. The link is in the description. Stealth is one of my favorite subs. He actually made a really nice video about me, which I really appreciated.
What's going on, Stealth? Thanks for tuning in.
Cam Newton's a crybaby, though. I actually like Cam Newton, and I know JC does too. Who else forgot the Bucks? Yeah, who else forgot the Bucks beat the Saints on the road? Yeah, first week of the season. So we're gonna get back to the game, and then we'll get back to the chat, guys. All right, so here come the Titans. Mariota under center from his own 31, setting up shop. He's got a 2 wide receiver set. It looks like he's got max protection here. Probably going to run. Ooh, a nice pitch play. And he's still going. A nice run there. That's Henry, right? Yeah, Henry picks up about 7 yards there on the first play. We're going to have a 2nd and 3. Nice little play there. He faked me out.
Hey, Ronaldo, I know you're a big Jet fan like myself. Keep an eye on the Tennessee Titans offense, the play calling specifically, because the Titans offensive coordinator, Matt LaFleur, I've been on his bandwagon for a long time now, to become the next New York Jets head coach. It's kind of funny because people are starting to talk about that and starting to catch on a little bit. But just keep an eye on the Titans' overall offense, how they move the ball, certain play calls in certain situations.
Here come the Titans. Mariota under center from their own 39, 2nd and 2. He's gonna hit the tight end over the middle. That's a big gain. 40, 35, 30. He might go all the way. Jackson grabs it. He's gone. Touchdown. Titans takes it to the house for like 70 yards. Wow, they caught them off guard there. What a play. 61-yard touchdown by Jonnu Smith.
Of course that was a great play right there, but it was more. Take a look at the safeties on this replay. Watch the Texans safeties not being there. All right, they both commit. Tyrann Mathieu completely turned his head around, and that's why this play, went the way it did. Why it was able to get so many yards on a quick little curl route.
If only it was that easy for the Giants. I mean, that was the whole field was open up there. And here comes the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 10-0. Titans are coming out like gangbusters. We're not even 6 minutes into the game.
Beautiful job by Tennessee right there. I mean, granted, it was more of a coverage breakdown on Houston's part, but to get up to a 10-0 lead on the road in a must-win game against a division rival is huge. It's huge.
What a play that was. Yahoo, Meet the Met says. I was thinking the same thing as I was watching it. The guy who caught the touchdown. The tight end for the Titans. Buffalo, exactly. What is he saying? I don't like crying from Newton. Yeah, but Newton's a great player, but I get what they're saying. He does cry a lot about the late hits and all that. I do get what they're saying. But to be fair, there are a lot of late hits that the guy gets that they don't call because of the way he plays the position.
Yeah, he's a whiner. I don't think he's on Tom Brady's level as far as whining goes. It's not on that level yet.
Of course you'd say that.
If he keeps it up, he might. But as of right now, he's considered a whiner, but he's just not on that upper echelon yet. But quick shout out to Buffalo Tanks. I talk to Buffalo all the time. He's one of my good buddies. He makes all my thumbnails for my videos. He comes up with like all these cool graphic design.
Oh, that's awesome. He's the guy that does it.
Yeah. So he's a great guy. He's a cool dude. Up and coming graphic designer. So I just want to give a quick shout out to him. Go check him out on his Instagram. Big Bills fan, obviously. And hey, look at the Bills last week. They just beat yesterday.
They beat Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
David W in the house. What's going on, David W? Thank you for tuning into the stream, my man. This is an exciting start, David. I mean, the Titans come right out. I didn't expect this. They already got a 10-0 lead after a 61-yard touchdown to the tight end, and we're not even 6 minutes in.
Titans out here making a statement early. I mean, you not only of course you had the first drive where you went all the way downfield in 4 minutes, got points on the board. Great. You had the breakdown in coverage by Houston. You got a touchdown out of it. But one of the keys or one of the more important, I would say, series or aspects of this game so far that I've been impressed with was Tennessee being or holding Houston to a 3-and-out.
Right.
Be sacking Deshaun Watson on that third down was huge.
That was a nice blitz they dialed up where they sent the linebacker back in coverage. It tricked it. Yeah. Let's see the chat real quick. Mark Israel, hey Chris, why did Saquon Barkley only have? Yeah, that's a good question. Why don't you watch my video? I was going nuts. I couldn't believe it. It made no sense to me. Barkley was tearing up that Cowboy. The Eagles defense the whole first half, and he only had 4 touches in the second half. It made no sense. Here comes the kickoff, and the kick is away. And the Texans might take it out here. They do, about 3 yards deep in the end zone. To the 10, 15, 20. Cuts back, 25. Fumble! And the Titans have it! No, the Texans might have got it back. I think the Texans got it back. Titans had it originally, and I think it popped out of his hands. Sounds like JC's a second ahead of me.
Yeah, I didn't mean to spoil anything for you guys out there. I just get pumped up when there's a crazy play. I get pumped up.
No, I didn't even know you were. That's why. Let's see what the call is.
Houston ball.
Houston ball. They have it at about the 38. They have it about their own 38 as they dodge a bullet there. Great strip tackle there by Compton.
Yeah, great heads-up play. I mean, I know Houston got the ball back, but look at what the Tennessee Titans have done thus far. They've had explosive plays. They've went all the way downfield. Their offensive line has looked great. Their defense has looked great. Special teams is already stepping up and making plays. This Titans team is getting off to the getting off on the right foot.
Here comes Watson under center. He's got a 2 wide receiver set. He's got Miller in the backfield. Here comes the snap. He's going to play action. And he got out of it. Nice move there by Watson. He's rolling out to his right, and he's going to slide forward for about a yard. Good escapability there by Watson, though. It could have been a 6 or 7 yard sack.
Totally agree. One thing I like about this Titans defense is that they're young. All their players, other than really Arakpo and Casey, they're all young. So you don't really going into the game, you don't expect these guys to get gassed. You don't expect these guys to get really juked out by Deshaun Watson. You expect the Titans defense to be able to keep up with them and really just be able to sit in front of them.
Here comes the snap to Watson. He's going to hand off to Miller. Miller cuts back. He's got a big hole to the 50, 45, all the way to the 40. About a 20-yard gain and a Texan first down. Bavit, I did not call her back yet, but I'm going to. I promise you I didn't have time today. I'm going to call her back. JC heard about that. He was laughing. I'm going to try to get her on the channel, maybe. If anybody that didn't see it, a girl called after the Giant game, when we were doing the post-game, people calling in, she asked me out on a date. So it was pretty funny. If you get a chance, I think Stealth actually timestamped it in the comments. Check it out. Watson coming out shotgun formation. He's got a 3 wide receiver set, 2 men in the backfield.
False start. That should be a start.
No full start. Almost a full start, I guess. And we got 4 on the play clock. Watson's going to take it. He's going to hand off to Miller. Miller's going to pick up about a yard. We're going to have a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9.
Chris, who would have thought that your play-by-play skills would get you a date with a girl? Who would have thought that?
Yeah, who would have thought? Maybe it gets me a bunch of dates. You never know. I'm just getting started with the play-by-play.
Yeah.
And wait till you come to New York. JC's coming to New York. We're gonna do the playoff game. Fat Matt is in the house. What's going on, Fat Matt? Watson here in shotgun. He's got Miller to his left. He's gonna hand off to Miller. Miller cuts back, bounces off, tackle still on his feet to the 30, all the way down to the 27, and another first down. Miller is grounding and pounding on this drive.
Yeah, great push by Houston. They're really opening up holes for Lamar Miller to run through. Especially on that first one where he broke off for like nice 15. That was a great push by the offensive line.
That was a very nice run there. He cut back. That was a good play there by Miller. All right, so here they come. They're coming out in a 4 wide receiver set. Watson in the shotgun. He's got Miller to his right. Calling out an audible. Man in motion. Here comes the snap, and he's going to hand off again to Miller. Miller to the 25. All the way to the 20. He might go! Oh, he just gets tripped up as he gets tackled at about the 14. 13-yard pickup by Miller. He is just destroying this defense on this drive.
Watch this push, or watch the pull by the guard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here we go. They're going to show the replay. The pull from 73 right here. Great job.
Oh, yeah, great block is right. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Miller could have gone all the way possibly. He tripped over his own feet, it looked like. Let's see here. He just tripped. I'll get to the chat in a second, guys. We got a call here at the 12. Watson in shotgun. He's got Alfred Blue in the game, the backup running back. Griffin in motion. Here comes the snap. And he's going to play action pass. Watson's going to keep it. And a big hit there as he gets back to the line. Not a hit you want your quarterback taking. We'll have a 2nd and 10.
You know, and you take a look at this Texans offense. Of course they're explosive, right?
Ronaldo said he feels like he's at a car auction.
Yeah. You take a look at this Texans offense, and it's just so simple as far as the passing concepts go, because what Watson is asked to do is pretty much just a college system, and that's why it's just short-term success.
Watson, empty backfield, drops back to pass, looking. He's going to throw to the corner of the end zone. It's caught! Who's that, Demaryius Thomas? Demaryius Thomas, the newly acquired receiver from Denver, with a big catch to put Denver on the board. 10-6, extra point pending. Nice throw there.
Huge play by Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, this game has kind of gone in the way of Tennessee so far, obviously. So it was really important for Houston to kind of strike back, bounce back, and not get really put on their ass for pretty much the whole first quarter. Really, really important that they can bounce back here.
If you bet this game, I hope you bet the over. That's all I'm going to say, because this game, a lot of points so far in this first quarter. We've had a lot of action here.
Do you know what the over was?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to go over. I mean, because it's not like Tennessee's a high-powered offense. I can't imagine it being more than 47, 48. Right? So it's already 10-7 Tennessee here. We still have over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Let's take a look at the chat here. Don't forget to... Oh, good point there. I got to update the score. Good call. Very good call. Thank you for that.
Clutch.
Yeah, I'm way behind. Let's update that score. Titans got 10. Texans have 7. I'm still getting used to that. I did this for the first time in my Giants stream yesterday. Still getting used to the scoreboard, guys. Hopkins or Odell Stelt says, I'm taking Hopkins. I'm being honest with you, and I'm a Giant fan. I think they're both great. I think they're both super talented. And Odell, look at what Hopkins did with the quarterbacks that he had. Brian Hoyer was throwing the balls. They had nobody else on the team. I mean, you look at the other weapons Odell has, and this guy's getting double, triple covered in the end zone, and he's still putting up 12, 13 touchdowns, catching for 1,700 yards. I think Hopkins might be the most underrated player in all of football.
Yeah, I'm going Hopkins too. I mean, he's so versatile. Granted, Odell's versatile too, but another thing that's just a note in Hopkins' favor is that he doesn't come with any off-the-field baggage.
That's a good point, too. That's a good point.
He's not going to throw the quarterback under the bus. He's not going to, go on a boat trip or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, I think they're both great. I mean, you're splitting hairs. I mean, these are two of the top 3 or 4 receivers in all of football. They're both tremendous wide receivers.
Who's your favorite player on the Titans right now?
Oh, great question. I don't really like anyone on the Titans, to be honest with you. I don't like. I know you like Mariota. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I don't know. There's nobody on that team that stands out to me. I mean, that's the thing. They don't have any big names. Byard's a nice safety on defense, right? But who do they have on that team? I mean, Deion Lewis.
Do you like Adoree Jackson, the former first-round pick?
I really don't like the Titans at all, to be honest with you. I don't see why you like them. To me, they're like a boring team.
I get it for sure. Like, I get it completely, but I think that's the exact reason why I like them is because they are boring. But look what they did to New England.
Oh my God! Look what I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm looking at the food this guy's cutting up. How good does that look?
Oh, it looks gross, man. It looks gross. I don't eat any meat like that unless it's well done.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, come on, man.
Well done, all the way, 100%. Steak, burgers, whatever. Toast, I like it all well done. Pizza, well done. Crispy.
Pizza well done? What are you talking about? When you come to New York, I got to get you good pizza. Here comes the kickoff, and the kickoff goes out of bounds. Wait, so you're telling me when you go to a nice restaurant,
yes,
you when you order a steak, you get it well done?
Yes, every single time. I refuse to eat it when it's like pink and red. It's just gross to me. It's just never appealed to me. Not into it.
Oh man, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. You'll Odell better than AB. We'll see about that. I mean, I still respect AB, but we'll see about that. Meat needs to be rare. I agree with Meet the Mets. I completely agree with Meet the Mets. Meat needs to be rare.
Yeah, Buffalo Tings has my back as I'll let you call this play here by Tennessee, first down of 10.
All right, Mariota in shotgun. He's got Henry back in the lineup here. And he's play action pass. Mariota looking, cooking, throwing to the right. And a big catch there by Corey Davis again. That's his second. That was another. I think he caught a 20-yarder earlier. So Davis has been hit for 2 big pass plays here early in the game.
It's beautiful. Look at the offensive line. This thing is just impenetrable. Marcus Mariota is just sitting back there having so much time to go through his reads. He doesn't have to move around. He doesn't have to do anything. He just has to drop back and just find the open man.
That was just a perfect throw. I mean, it was the same exact route he hit him on last time, it looked like. Here comes... Sorry, go ahead, JC, real quick.
Now, I was going to say, here's where you can play action. Again,
yeah. Here comes Mariota under center. Got Henry in the backfield. Davis in motion. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand off, and Henry's going to get stuffed right at about the line of scrimmage. McKinney, the team's leading tackler, was in on that. Stuffs him for about a yard.
But yeah, Buffalo had my back. He says that if it's red, he's not eating it. Dude, you could not be more right.
And Bavit says you're the type of guy that eats off the kid menu.
It's true, man. Chicken tenders all day. All day.
Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're going to try to do this every primetime game every week, so we do appreciate it. Eli's definitely better than Flacco still, not even close. Here comes Mariota under center, 2nd and 9. They got Lewis back in. He's going to handle Lewis, and J.J. Watt comes up with a nice ankle tackle there as he's doing this. Feed me. Stuffs him for no gain. It'll be a 3rd and 9 coming up. What a great player this guy is. Right there.
Yeah, nothing really you can do. J.J. Watt just making a great play.
That guy's exceptional. Exceptional football player. All right, here come the Texans. Shotgun formation for Mariota. It'll be a 3rd and 9. He's got a man in motion to his right.
Middle of the field, Marcus. Use the middle of the field, deep.
Mariota
15, 25.
Mariota calling out an audible, and there's an I think it'll be a full start. But it looked like Clowney. It might be on Clowney. We'll see. Full start. Gonna back him up. It'll be a 3rd and 14. Bad penalty there. So if you're Tennessee here with a quarterback like Mariota, to me, I'm playing it safe here. I'm not taking any chances, any risk. I don't want to turn the ball over. What about you?
Well, you are getting a lot of great. I mean, the offensive line's playing great. Mariota has not been under duress all day. So, looking at the defense that Houston's probably going to come to the table with, they're going to probably drop 4, in a cover 4. I mean, and probably only rush 3 or 4. So, I like the chances of Mariota actually dropping back in this. Well, it's going to be a delayed game, but.
Oh, you can't let that happen. Did they use a timeout?
They should have right there. Oh, actually, no. I don't know.
Yeah, on the 3rd and 14, I think I would take the penalty, and they did. That'll back them up 5 more yards. 3rd and 19. Let's take a look at the chat real quick. I would rather have 4 Super Bowls in a row with no win than 1. All right. JC, the type of guy to grab the water when he's falling in the shower. Bavit's riding you a little bit. No, Bavit's a good guy, though.
I know, man. Hey, just because we don't like the same steak does not mean you have to come after me.
So we got a 3rd and 19 here for Mariota. He's got a 4 wide receiver set. Man in down? Yeah, I think he was down.
Yeah, he was down.
The Honey Badger there with a nice tackle. Holds him for about a 3-yard gain. We'll have a 4th and 16, and they're going to punt it away. Best Savage says Titans up. Okay, I see you, Titans. Yeah, Titans are playing well so far.
Ronaldo says, JC's the medic that hates blood. If you're dying, don't talk to me. Sorry, too much red.
They're really riding you. Look what Stealth said. All right, here come the Texans. Oh, a big play there. Oh, that's a nice punt return there for about 20 as he broke about 4 tackles all the way out to their own 38. Nice play.
Yeah, now you could start to feel, the momentum shifting back to Tennessee.
You mean to Houston? You mean to Houston?
Yeah, back to Houston. I mean, watch as these fans start to get a little bit more louder on 3rd down, and just be more involved in the game.
All right, here we go. Let's see what Watson could do here. Watson under center. He's got Alfred Blue back in the game. Got 2 wide receivers to his right. Here comes the snap, and he's going to hand it to Blue. And Blue's going to get stuffed for about, we'll call it 1, maybe 2.
What are your thoughts on Alfred Brew? Do you like him as a running back?
He's all right. I mean, I've seen, obviously, I saw him play a little bit last year, too. I think last year, right? Lamar Miller got hurt.
Yeah.
He's all right. He's nothing special. What about you?
I agree.
Yeah. Here comes Watson under center. We're going to have, we'll say about it, what, a second and...
Just go deep right here.
2nd and 6. He got more yards on that carry than I thought. Watson, play action pass. He's got Hopkins open. Big catch all the way down to the Titans 28. What a throw and catch. Hopkins laid out for that one. Let's take a look at the replay. Play action pass. Looking right on the money. Good throw. Good catch. They got it, the Titans 28. Watson under center, calling out an audible. He's got Blue still in the backfield. He's going to hand to Blue. Blue's going to run into a bunch of tacklers. He'll pick up one. It'll be a 2nd and 9. But I like that they're committing to the run because it sets up plays like that with the play action pass like we just saw.
Yeah, honestly, the Houston Texans need to control the clock in this game.
Yeah.
And it sounds weird because they're an explosive team, but if they can control the clock, it takes an offense like Tennessee out of rhythm, out of sync.
Here we go. Empty backfield. Watson's going to hit Demaryius Thomas on the... a big play there on the screen pass all the way down to the Titans 15. And Buffalo says, don't roast my man JC or I'm going after Tana. Oh, man. You guys are funny. It's all in good fun, guys.
End of the first quarter. Here we go.
End of the first quarter as Tennessee up 10-7, but Houston is deep in Tennessee territory. Good first quarter there.
If Tennessee makes the playoffs, do you consider Mike Vrabel as coach of the year? As a candidate, I should say?
It's hard to consider him coach of the year if they make the playoffs because they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
But I'd have to think about that. Coach of the year. I mean, it's hard not to say Sean Payton the way the Saints are playing. And I know the Saints are very talented. I mean, you could say Andy Reid.
What about Matt Nagy?
You definitely could say Matt Nagy. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Now they're going after me. I get scared at night, I get scared at night.
No, it's all in good fun.
Yeah. No, we love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. Bowls for Coach of the Year, David W. says.
Oh, my God.
And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to ring that bell. We're going to try to do these primetime games as much as we possibly can. JC, what are you eating now?
Parmesan Cheez-Its. Do you prefer the Parmesan Cheez-Its to the original Cheez-Its?
I've never had the Parmesan Cheez-Its. I've had the original many times. This is the second time we've done this. And first time you had the Ridges. You went with the Ridges Cheez-Its last time.
The Grooves.
The Grooves, rather. Yeah. You mix it up.
I'm a big Cheez-It guy. They don't have a lot of calories in them. They're better than potato chips, in my opinion. But all in all, mix the Parmesan Cheez-Its with a well-done steak. That's a pretty good meal in my eyes.
NASCAR 798 says white cheddar all the way. I'm not a big white cheddar guy. You are?
Yeah, they're good. Give them a shot.
Yeah, I'm going to give them a shot. Let's take a look. Honestly, name a better mastermind than Bowles. Oh, God. I think they're playing with you right now, JC.
I mean, Bowles is a great defensive mind. I'll say that. But the point is that every other aspect of football, he sucks. Time management sucks. Can't develop a quarterback. There's no input on offense. I mean, I could literally sit here and ramble on for 2 hours about, why Todd Bowles is not working out. But does he know defense? Yes, he does.
Buffalo, you kill me, by the way. Cheetos are my favorite snack. You are killing me with that. All right, here we go. We are back in action, second quarter. And Texans have the ball deep in Titans territory at the 15. Watson comes out in shotgun, got a man in motion. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to be a QB keep. Runs to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Deshaun Watson, as he shows his running ability. Nice play there by the dual-threat quarterback. And Houston takes a 13-10 lead. Let me change the scoreboard. Put it on the board.
Yeah, super simple, super basic call by Houston right there. Just a normal read option. But they also have that lead blocker. You know, you take a look at the outside of that play once they show the replay. Take a look at the outside blocker. 83 on this play. 84.
Griffin. Yeah. He made a nice catch earlier. Let's see here. Yep. Right there. And they're pointing it out too. Yep. Great play. Great block to set it up for Watson.
Yeah, they took the lead 14. In reality, it's probably 15 minutes left in the second quarter. Let's see if Tennessee can strike back. Now, the thing is with Tennessee, for any of the Titans fans in the chat right now, your offensive line is still playing great. Marcus Mariota has time to throw the football. He's ripping off some pretty good throws. You're getting some nice separation by your wide receivers. Let's see what will happen. If I'm Tennessee, I'm stretching the field early. I'm not going into conservative mode. I'm stretching the field early. I'm still going to have my foot on the gas pedal. I'm trying to attack.
Right, 100%. That was a great play there, and they made the extra point, by the way, guys. So it's 14-10 Houston. Unpopular opinion, Chris is black. I don't even know what that means.
Chris, let me ask you this. And yeah. I know we have some Giants fans in the chat as well. And I saw his name pop up in the chat. Ben McAdoo, all right. If the New York Giants have a similar record this season, next season, who would you prefer, Ben McAdoo or Shermer?
I still would like Shermer more than McAdoo because right now I'm not impressed with Shermer, okay? But I wasn't impressed with McAdoo either. And McAdoo handled the media so poorly, and he had no control of the locker room. He was just a horrible head coach. And Shermer, I'm not a big fan of either, but I have a little more respect for him. But we'll see what they do going forward. I think they'll give Shermer at least one more year. Titans taking Neal, by the way. They'll start at their own 25.
I see all these people putting in, like, unpopular opinion, ... and then, saying something like, oh, whatever, Hawaiian pizza, this and that. Here's an unpopular opinion. I love Ben McAdoo's offensive system.
Yeah? Well, it worked. The thing is, you have to have the right quarterback to do it. He had Aaron Rodgers, so it looked great when he was in Green Bay. And the first year with Eli, I will say,
2015.
Yeah, Eli had a very good year the first year with him. That's fair to say. Titans coming out under center. Mariota's got Henry in the backfield from their own 25 to start the drive, and Mariota's going to roll out. He's looking. He's cooking. He's going to run with it. Mariota's going to slide for about 2 yards. The thing with that system for Eli, though, Eli's biggest strength has always been, maybe not so much in his later years, but when he was a very good quarterback, his biggest strength used to be throwing the ball deep down the field, and McAdoo's system kind of took that away from him because everything was quick,
Yeah. I mean, I think Ben McAdoo would still be a decent offensive coordinator in today's game. Like, if the Jets were to hire him as OC, I'd be pretty pumped.
Really?
Wildcat here.
Wildcat is right. Henry's got... Wow, nice little trick plays. He pitches it to Corey Davis. Davis got room to run. He's got a lead blocker. All the way, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. All the way down to the Texans, 34, as he's tackled by Reed. What a beautiful drawn-up play there by the Titans.
Yeah, it looks like Tajay Sharp is down, but that's one of the things I like about Matt LaFleur, his trickery. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
I'll tell you, LaFleur's calling a hell of a game between that pass for the 61-yard touchdown and this. The Texas defense is not ready for some of these plays.
The thing is with the gadget plays is you can't run too many of them, but you have to run enough to where the defense is completely off balance.
Yeah, like you said, man down on the field. You said it's Sharp, right?
Yeah, I think that was friendly fire, actually, right there. I think Corey Davis ran into him accidentally.
Wow. All right, so we got a commercial break. Hopefully he's okay. Mark Israel says, speaking of snacks, I'm sitting here at Barclays and just paid $14 for a pint of Guinness. I love Guinness. That's one of my favorite beers. What about you, JC? You like Guinness?
To be honest with you, dude, I've never actually had it. I've never tried it.
Never had a Guinness. It is intimidating. I will say that. It's so dark.
Yeah, I'm more, I tend to lean towards like the Bud Light, Corona Light, the more lighter stuff, the heavier. I don't want to say like heavier stuff, but the beers like Guinness and whatnot. I'm just not a fan of.
You believe it or not, Guinness. Obviously, it's not a light beer, but for a non-light beer, it has one of the fewest calories of all beers.
Maybe I should take a gander and check out Guinness then.
Yeah, I think it's only got about 140 calories, something like that, for like a 12 ounce. Where Rover studying? Yeah, Rover might stop by. I forgot what he said. He said he was busy doing something. He might come by for the second half. We'll see.
I'll shoot Rover a text. See what the plan is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind rolling with you all night. I think we're doing a good job. I hope the chat's enjoying it. Meet the Met says Jason Witten comb over is crispy as AF tonight. Jason Witten, I gotta tell you, I don't know how well we're doing announcing this game, but we cannot be doing worse than Jason Witten. That's for sure.
You know what? Jason Witten was such a beast, though. You know.
Oh, he was great.
Such a beast.
Great. Probably. I mean, I don't know the whole Cowboys history, but he's definitely a top 10 Cowboy of all time. He might be a top 5. Very underrated player.
I mean, who would be in the top 5? Emmitt Smith,
Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and then of course you got Roger Staubach. I don't know the other old timers, but and then they had tons of great offensive linemen, defensive players. They were.
Was Haley on Dallas?
Yeah, Haley was also on the 49ers. He played for both teams. And so did Deion Sanders. There's another great Cowboy. But Deion was kind of all over the map. Atlanta, Niners, Cowboys, Redskins. Mariota under center here from their own, from the Texans 34. Avoids a tackler. He's going to run with it and he's going to slide it about the 30 as he avoids getting hit. So that'll bring up a, second down?
Second down, probably 4. See, even though that play didn't work, I still love the aggressiveness from LaFleur to take a shot downfield. You see the play action fake on a first down. Everybody in the stadium's thinking run. You hit him with a play action. It didn't work, but at the end of the day, you still went up 5 yards.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of other great Cowboys while we're talking. You also got, what's his name? Ware was a good one. DeMarcus.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about Ware.
Yeah. Here we go. Shotgun formation for Mariota. Drops back to pass, fakes the screen. Throws a double screen there, and he's going to hit Lewis for about 3. We're going to have a 3rd and 2, I think. Interesting play call there. They really do drop a lot of interesting plays, this team. You're absolutely right about that. LaFleur has an interesting offensive mind.
If I'm Tennessee right here, I'm getting Mariota out of the pocket. I'm doing one of those speed outs with Mariota. So as soon as he catches the snap, have him go to his right or run to the short side of the field and try to hit a guy like Corey Davis, a possession wide receiver, for a quick pickup of 4 or 5. Get the easy first. Here
comes Mariota, empty backfield from the 26. He's going to throw. He's going to hit a man over the center there, all the way to the 12. A big gain for a first down by Stocker, the tight end. Nice play there.
Yeah, nice, easy, safe play. Have a lot of options for Mariota just to where you can scan the field, find the open man.
Let's take a quick look here. I looked at what Ronaldo said. and Buffalo, yeah, Saquon's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer. And they come out with another Wildcat play. Deion Lewis gets it. Nice little run there. You get nice hard hit there by the Honey Badger. Lewis gets down to the 6. We'll have a 2nd and 4. They go with the Wildcat again, and it works.
Yeah, just they keep on chipping away, and they're not getting predictable. That's probably my number one thing I like about LaFleur is you can't really predict what he's going to do, which is the exact problem of the New York Jets, along with a lot of other problems. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, same with the Giants. Here come the Titans. They have it at the 5. Good spot there, and Mariota's going to come out in the pistol. They need about 3 to get a first down. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand to hand. No, he's going to keep it. He faked me out. Stiff arms Clowney, and he's going to take a big loss there by Reed all the way back to the 11. About a 6-yard loss. It'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and long. Nice play there by the Texans.
Yeah, way to contain right there if you're Reed, the safety.
Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You guys have made it fun so far. Please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and please ring the bell so you get notifications every time you tune in. Buffalo asks, is Clowney a bust? Well, he's a first overall pick, but I don't know if I consider him a bust. Mariota coming out empty backfield. He's got a 5 wide receiver set. Here comes the snap. He's looking. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw to Lewis. He's going to hit him. And nice play by Lewis. He almost got it. This will be interesting to see if the Titans go for it if they don't give him the first down. Lewis had a nice second effort there. He got within a half a yard probably.
If I'm Tennessee, I think I would maybe call a timeout to think this one over. But I think right now you should just take the points. Take the easy points.
I'd be tempted to go for this if they don't give it to him. He was very close. They are going for it. Let's see if they snap it. 20 on the play clock. Mariota on the center. Mariota calling out an audible. They need about not even a half a yard. It's like a quarter of a yard. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout, so we'll see what they decide. They may go for it. They may kick the field goal. We don't know yet, but you would still kick the field goal?
Oh, Houston called the timeout. I would take the easy points.
Very interesting. Okay.
Because with this offense right now, it's extremely explosive. They can move the ball in chunks.
Bavit asked, do we watch She Got Sports? Yeah, I watch her. She hasn't been uploading as much as she normally does. But yeah, she's a Giant, Yankee, and what's the other team? Knicks. She does Knicks too.
So all the wrong teams in New York.
Well, she got two right for me. I don't like the Yankees, as you know.
No, I actually don't watch your channel. Stealth says Rover Sports is the type of guy to have a beaver for his channel icon. Oh wait.
Here comes Tennessee down 4 with the ball. And Mariota's going to go under center. Looks like they might try a QB sneak or a run. We'll see. Henry in the backfield. So they are going for it.
Don't like that play call.
And they hand it to the fullback, and he's stuffed. I don't know if he got it. We'll see if they give him the spot, but I don't think he got it. The Texans are already walking off the field as if they know he didn't get it. Let's see. It's damn close. They're acting like it's a no-brainer. It's not a no-brainer. Depends on the spot. Cunningham, beautiful tackle there by Cunningham. Good gang tackle. Well, I mean, considering Blake Bortles was taken 3rd overall in that class, obviously the best quarterback in the league, I would call Clowney a bust. Yeah, I think he's being sarcastic there.
I mean, the thing is with Clowney is I feel like he's going to be one of those guys that produces later on in his career.
Yeah. What the heck? This guy, JC's a Nets fan. What's wrong with this guy? He's one of the few Nets fans that I know.
Brooklyn, D-Lo. You see D-Lo's game last night?
Just want to say yeah, he had a great game. Big Blue for Life's in the chat. What's going on? And Rogelio, another one of my subs, is in the chat. What's going on, my man? You know what, Rogelio? I'm going to give you a mod for this channel. Okay? And if you start screwing around, I'm gonna get rid of the mod. You have to earn your mod back on my channel. Because this guy was kicking people out of the chat last night at the Knicks game. So I will give you a mod before the end of tonight. But I don't want people kicking people out of chats, blocking people's comments. That's going to piss people off on my channel. I don't want that happening. But I will test you out, Rogelio. I will give you a mod on this channel.
Are you still sipping on Coke Zero right now?
I am on the Coke Zero. 0 calories. It's an unpaid sponsor for our show.
Okay. Well, yeah, hopefully we can turn that unpaid to a paid, because that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, exactly. One day. Rogelio, you're welcome. We'll do it when I get a chance. Right now, I'm calling the game. Ronaldo Allen, where's Fat Albert, little cousin, that Giant fan that was here? I guess he's talking about Spencer. I don't know.
But V says no mods in the channel.
You know what? No mods then. No mods. The only reason I ever want mods is really just to help me protect spam. I love all you guys. You know, you shouldn't need the wrench for to know that.
Hey, Buffalo Tanks, real quick. I just had a question for you, and Chris, you might even have an answer for this as well.
Yeah.
If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, which baseball team do you lean more towards? Because, like, I know a few Bills fans, and they're all Red Sox fans. which I think is weird.
Well, I'm originally from Long Island. That's probably a big reason why I'm a Met fan. I would say at least half of Long Island are Met fans. But pretty much anywhere else in New York is more Yankee than Met. Here comes Watson under center. He's going to hand to Miller. Miller's going to go through a big run by Miller. He might go all the way. Oh, my God. This could be a 90-plus yard run all the way to the 50, 45, 40. He's still going, 30, 20. He's gone. What a run by Lamar Miller as he catches the Titans sleeping.
Chris, what did we just talk about before? Why do you take the easy points? Because the Houston Texans are an explosive offense. They can do it. It doesn't matter where they are on the field. They can put up points at any point on the field. That's why you take the points.
97 yards. Wow. Big run there by Miller. Wow.
What do mods even do, by the way? Because
I'll show you real quick. You know what? I'll show you what it is. I'm gonna take you off the screen for a second just so I could do it. So,
okay.
Hold on 1 second, guys. You'll still hear JC's voice.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Let me go into the chat real quick and give. I'm gonna give you a test, Virgilio, but I'm only doing mods for my Giants. I'm not no Knicks. I don't need that nonsense again because I think that upsets some people. I'll give you guys a couple of mods real quick, if it ever loads. Come on. What are you laughing? I'll give you guys
Buffalo's latest comment.
I'll give Virgilio a mod. Hold on 1 second. There you go. And I'll give Bavith a mod.
Here, I'll comment in the chat. Can I be a mod, Chris?
Yeah. Best Savage will get a mod. Stealth will get a mod.
So what do the mods do? How much power do the mods have?
So what the mods can do, you're going to get a mod. What the mods can do is, let me take this off now.
As Houston kicks it off to Tennessee, and he's actually taking it out.
So what the mods can do is, and he took it out, where did he get to, the 24-ish?
24.
Okay, yeah, so like if somebody comes in your chat, and right now our channel doesn't have to worry about it, but if we're starting to get a lot of people, say somebody comes in, like the Giants, when I had a lot of people in there at one point, and on Sunday, and people came in, they were spamming. They were dropping like links. Oh, check out my video stream. And then the mods could actually block them from writing comments. So once they write their comments, they could click remove comments, and it doesn't pop up. And they could also kick people out of the chat if they're acting improperly. The problem I had with my Knicks stream is these guys went bananas, and they kicked somebody out because they were talking football instead of basketball. And I'm like, you can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, here comes Mariota under center. He's going to hand to Lewis. Lewis is going to cut back to his left, and he's going to get hit for about a 2-yard loss. So it's going to be a 2nd and 12. Ronaldo wants a 1-2. All right, I'll go back in there at halftime, guys. I'll give Ronaldo 1-2. So we got holding on Tennessee. We'll have a first down after a 10-yard penalty there. 1st and 20. Well, I just asked you guys, don't do that again. Don't be banning people. Yes, good call. I got to change the score. 21-10 Texans.
Tennessee, you need to slow down the game here. Take away some of the energy out of the building a little bit.
Here comes Mariota in shotgun. 21-10 Houston, 8:44 to go, 2nd quarter. Mariota's going to take it. He's going to throw. He's going to hit Lewis in the flat. Lewis is going to go all the way up to the 21. It's going to be about 7 yards. So they get 7 to the 10 back. We'll have a 2nd and 13, JC?
I would say so.
Nice.
What are your thoughts on Tennessee's uniforms, by the way? This is a topic that I care deeply about. I love the uniform game. The New York Jets are getting new uniforms. Tennessee's, I love them. I think I dig the blue helmets. What are your thoughts on them?
I actually love their uniforms a lot, actually. And I'm not a big uniform guy. I know that you always like to talk about the uniforms, but their uniforms are very nice. I like their uniforms. I like their logo. Mariota's coming out in the shotgun here. It's going to be about a 2nd and 13. Play action pass. Watts coming with pressure. Mariota gets out of it.
Good block right there.
Avoids another tackle. And yes, a very nice block on Clowney. Mariota's going to run. He's going to pick up the first. Wow, good job of extending the play there with his legs. And the offensive line did a good job of holding up as Mariota picks up 15 with his legs.
Watch this block that's set on Jadeveon Clowney. Boom, right there.
Beautiful block.
That saved the play.
Absolutely. Great call there, JC. Jones hit him, yeah.
The offensive line, they've really been the unsung hero of Tennessee's production thus far.
Big Blue Life says he doesn't like the Titans uniforms. All right. Not for everybody. There's a man down here.
Do you remember when the Giants wore red jerseys that one season? I really like those.
I am Buffalo Things, but I didn't know I could do that. He says we could have the score update itself if you just snip it from NFL.com or ESPN. I got to figure out how to do that. Right now I'm just using the text feature. But
Buffalo Things is like the master at like all graphic designs. He has all the answers.
All right, Buffalo. When you get a chance, just message me, I guess, on Twitter or through JC or whatever, and we'll set that up. That would help me out. So, yes, I appreciate that, Buffalo.
Chris, do you remember the red Giants uniforms or jerseys?
Yeah, I didn't like them. What about you?
I liked them.
Yeah? I'm more traditional. I don't like when they do stuff like that. Here come the Titans at their own 35. Mariota on the center. He's going to hand to Lewis, and Lewis is going to hit it for a big loss. It's going to be a 3 or 4 yard loss. I think that's Kareem Jackson. No, Joseph. Joseph with a nice play there.
God, Joseph's been playing for such a long time.
That's a great play. That's why he's been playing for a long time. So that'll bring up, about a 2nd and 13, 7 minutes to go?
Let's see what Tennessee does here. I'm really interested to see what happens.
Tennessee down 21-10 as we're a little bit more than midway through the second quarter. And they come out in the pistol again. Mariota's in the pistol, shotgun formation, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Lewis. Lewis gets stuffed, cuts back. He's got nice run there by Lewis, tough 4 yards. And there's a little extracurricular activity there.
Yeah, picked up something out of nothing, you know.
Yeah, good run. Be a 3rd and 9, I think. Can't say Big Blue when you're in red, he says. He's right. I wasn't a big fan of those unis, but maybe if I wasn't a Giant fan, I would like them. I don't know. But as a Giants fan, I like the blue. I like their white uniforms, actually, the Giants. I mean, they're boring, but I like the way they look. Mariota coming out shotgun formation. He's got Davis going to his left from their own 36. It'll be a 3rd, I think, and 9. Here comes the snap. Texans bring a blitz, and they get home. A big sack there for about a 7-yard loss. Huge sack there, and they turn the ball over. They're going to be punting. What do you think of that play call?
On defense?
Yeah.
Well, I like bringing the blitz because you've really been unsuccessful getting after Mariota with just your 3 or 4 man rush. So you have to get after him somehow. Mariota hasn't really been hit a lot today. So for them to blitz on that, 3rd and long situation, you just hope on that the blitz can just crack the offensive line. If they can do that, that's what would happen.
The punt's going to go all the way. It's still rolling. Oh, wow. Nice punt there. Goes all the way down to almost the 12-yard line. Good punt there by the Titans. Let's take a look here.
Tennessee is a good special teams unit.
Yeah. I mean, Tennessee is boring, but yes, they're not a team with many holes. They just, they're kind of like okay everywhere. I could never see Manning in another jersey. I could, because I would have said that about Brett Favre. I would have said that about Joe Montana. So I could. Unfortunately, the NFL's a business. And if the Giants could get something for Eli Manning and free up cap space, they're going to do it. That's just the way it is. I would hate to see it. I'd like to see him retire a Giant, but it's just something that could happen. Right, JC?
I would like to see Eli Manning go to
Denver?
I mean, I know what?
Jacksonville, Denver.
I think Case is okay in Denver right now. I can maybe see him going to Oakland.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense for Eli. Why, at 40 years old almost, why are you going to Oakland? You're not going to win.
Yeah, but Eli wouldn't necessarily have a say.
Oh, you mean saying in a trade? You mean? Well, no, Eli has a no trade clause.
Okay.
He has to accept the trade.
Let me ask you this, all right? What's going on with Cincinnati right now? I mean, Andy Dalton just got ruled out for the rest of the season. If you were the Bengals, are you moving on? Because I'm damn sure moving on from Andy Dalton at the end of the season. I'm moving on.
We've been talking about this for a while with Cincinnati now, for 2 or 3 weeks. That whole team, that's a mess over there. I can't believe Marvin Lewis still has a job. That defense is garbage. Andy Dalton is mediocre at best. That guy, he's never been special to me. I know he puts up stats. He's never been special to me. I think they should start completely over, to be honest with you. I don't like anything about that team. The only player I like on that team is A.J. Green. That's it. Mixon's a good running back, I guess, but that's it. I don't like their coach. I don't like their quarterback. Their defense sucks. I don't know what there's to like about that team.
Are you a Vontaze Burfict guy?
Yeah, but he gets in trouble, right?
Yeah.
So it's he's clearly talented, but not a guy you want being a leader on your team. What about you?
I like Burfict. I look at the Bengals. They just need to blow up they just need a culture change. That's a team that I wish had the number 1 pick, where they could just get a new face in the building.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Actually, Bavit, I didn't see the comments Baker made. Here comes Watson under center. He's going to hand off to Blue. Blue's going to pick up about 5. I love Baker, though. You know that, Bavit, and JC knows that. Baker, I looked at his numbers the last 3 or 4 weeks. Out of this world. I think he's got 11 touchdowns and 0 picks or something in his last 3 games.
Yeah, something crazy. Basically, Baker said that just kind of taking some shots at Hugh Jackson.
Here comes Watson rolling out shotgun formation. He's going to hit Hopkins for a first down to about the 28. Nice play there. There's a flag. So he took shots at Hugh Jackson. Interesting.
Did you see, speaking of flags here, did you see the referee throw the flag in the Arizona Cardinal game, and he threw it at Josh Rosen mid-play?
Yeah. And it was a pass interference, by the way. They declined it, so it's going to be a first down for the Texans after Hopkins caught about, what was that, about 10 to 12 yards, something like that. Blue's still in the game, by the way. Watson in shotgun. Hopkins fixes his shoulder pads after that play. Here comes the snap, and he's going to hand to Blue. Blue's got a hole. Blue's going to go about 8 yards. I mean, they're just doing whatever they want on the ground against Tennessee today.
Yeah, Houston, they can run the ball. They've been running the ball effectively all game. And Lamar Miller's having an outstanding day.
Yeah. But I'll wait to talk to Buffalo at halftime. I don't want to interrupt the stream here. Shotgun formation here for Watson. He's going to hand again to Blue, and Blue's going to pick up about 5 for a first down. They got to have at least $150, $160 on the ground, right?
I would say at least, because he popped off in the 97-yard run.
Yeah, I would say they might be close to 200, because Miller had several runs before that were going for 10, 12 yards.
Yep.
Here comes Watson, shotgun formation, empty backfield, 1st and 10. Plus Watson, I think, had that 15-yard run too for the touchdown. So we got a 4 wide receiver set, empty backfield. Watson back to pass. He's going to throw a quick strike there. And that's going to be caught for about, we'll call it 7. 2nd and 3. As he throws a bullet there on the sideline to, who was that to? Sharp? Was that Sharp?
Quick shout to Jose. I think he's a newcomer in the chat. Jose Castro, he says, "Go Titans" in all caps. I'm right there with you, man.
What's going on, Jose? Welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that sub button, hit the thumbs up, and ring that bell so you get a notification every time we go live. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for being a part of the channel. Change the quarter. You guys have helped me out a lot tonight. Thank you very much. I'm just getting so caught up in my conversation with JC. There you go, guys. Let me move this over a little bit. Can't move it over much. Let me move this over there. So, what do we got? About 3 minutes left here?
I think just about.
Oh, you already subscribed. Well, we appreciate that, Jose. Thank you for being a part of the channel as we try to grow. And if you haven't checked out our individual channels, they're in the link in the description as well. Be sure to check out JC, Rover, and myself. JC talks Jets, I talk New York sports, but right now mainly Giants, and Rover's all over the map. He does a lot of quarterback reviews, got some great content over there. So we got 3:10 to go here, JC, 2nd and 3. Got it about midfield. He's got Alfred Blue in the backfield.
Yep, as we just leak underneath 3 minutes here in the second quarter.
Man in motion.
Oh, it looks like a broken play right there.
Yes, it was. Running back ran the wrong way, and Watson makes the most out of it. Picks up 2. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Watson almost got killed. The way this guy plays and the way he's built, he's just asking for an injury, Watson. Wow, what a catch that was. They're showing highlights of Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
This guy is back. I mean, this guy is back. 3rd and 1 here for Houston. Watson under center, high formation. He's got Blue in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Titans come with a blitz.
Beautiful job by Tennessee just to get... are they going to... they better not call that roughing the passer. They really shouldn't.
Oh, man, they might. There's a flag on the play. It could be pass interference, too. We'll see. Holding on the defense. First down as Houston is driving and thriving. David W. Rover's MIA. I think he's busy. He told us what he was doing. I don't even remember, but he might...
Oh, the basketball.
Oh, that's right. He's got some basketball tryout or something, but he might stop by later. Yeah, Big Blue wants the Texans to win. You know what? I kind of want the... I don't know who I want to win, because I'm rooting for the Colts to win that division, so I guess I'm rooting for the Titans to make it closer. I've kind of adopted the Colts as a team I really like this year. Watch,
here we go.
Watch the play action pass, looking deep down the sideline. And he just overthrew it as he targeted Hopkins. Good coverage there by Tennessee.
Yeah, great job by Dory right there, just to keep that inside containment on him.
Wow, that's great coverage. He's all over him.
Yeah.
And they could actually call offensive pass interference there on Hopkins. He had his hand preventing Jackson from making the interception. 2:08 to go here in the second quarter. Jackson's going to come out shotgun formation. They got Blue still in the game to his right. It's a 4 wide receiver set, man in motion. He hands to Blue. Blue's going to get about 5, 6. You're my boy, Blue. Gets about 6. We'll have a 2nd and 4. In the woods. They're still using that Rover reference that he's a bear. 21-10 at the 2-minute warning. Yes, Stealth, 100% correct with that, with Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I agree.
And that was a shame because he's back, but to me, he's almost as talented as any quarterback in the sport. And the way that they supported him with that offensive line really stunted his growth.
Andrew Luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rover's a good guy, guys. Rover's a good guy.
Are they still talking about Rover in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rover's the man. He actually might be hopping in for the second half. I haven't heard from him, though, so maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Along with some preview videos that, we did some today. Going to do probably some later on in the week, so stay tuned for that, too, if you guys are new to the channel.
Yeah, we did, what did we do today? We did,
Bills, Dolphins.
We did Bills, Dolphins, and we did, the Thursday night game, right? What was the other one we did? The first one we did. I can't remember.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, we're working so much.
Oh, Dallas and the Saints.
Dallas and the Saints, that's right. Yes, we did Dallas and the Saints. So that'll be up on the channel soon. Ronaldo says he started the bear jokes. Never forget that. Ronaldo's a funny guy. There's a funny commercial here. Who's that? That's Leslie from Saturday Night Live, right?
I don't know. I don't watch SNL.
You don't watch SNL?
No. I watch college football on Saturday nights.
I don't blame you then. I don't blame you. Squish the fish. Hashtag squish the fish.
Oh, yeah, because the Bills are playing the Dolphins. That's why.
Oh, he's a Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll give it away a little bit. Me and JC actually picked Buffalo. We like Buffalo in that game. My favorite musician and band. I'll let JC start with that one.
What was the question?
What's your favorite type of music and band?
My favorite type of music is like rock music, and my favorite band is Third Down and 4 right here, Houston on the 41. My favorite band's The Story So Far. I actually just saw them live as well.
Here comes the snap to Watson. Watson's gonna hit. He had him. That would have been a first down. Bad throw there by Watson. As we got a minute 57 to go, 21-10 Houston. As Butler looks like he's going into the locker room to get examined. It looks like an injury for the cornerback of Tennessee. And as far as me, I'm old school with music. I like classic rock. I mean, you name it. I mean, I like, of course, I like the Beatles. I like Billy Joel. I like Elton John. Here comes a snap. The punt is away. And it's going to go...
Nice.
Touchback. The Who. I like so many old rock bands. You name it. Yeah, that's the type of music
Chris,
I like.
do you like the band called The Cure? 80s band?
Yes, they're good. Yes.
I like a lot of different music. The only thing I don't listen to is like country.
Yeah, I'm not a country guy either.
But pretty much everything else I listen to.
And Jose Castro asked if we're doing the Thursday night game. Rover's actually going to be the guy assigned to Thursday nights because I work late, and I think JC works late on that night as well. So Thursday nights, Rover will be here every Thursday solo. And I may pop in from time to time, but usually it's just going to be him solo. Mariota coming out, shotgun formation, got Lewis to his right. They got Davis in motion going left. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here comes
Huge try for Tennessee.
And quick screen pass. He's going to hit him at the 20, all the way 30. Down to the 33, a 13-yard pickup on a well-designed play there by Tennessee. Let's see if they get something going. They got all the timeouts remaining. They got to try to get in field goal range at least to make it a one-possession game before the half. Mariota in the hurry-up offense, minute 30 to go, clock ticking. Here comes the snap. Mariota looking. He's going to fake it throw. Nice little pitch play, and he's going to get to the 41, an 8-yard gain as he hits Lewis in the right in the center of the field there. Jazzy TV, what is going on, my man?
Jazzy TV. He's actually a Cincinnati Bengals YouTuber. He's also a Atlanta Hawks fan. Quick shout out to him. He has a great channel, so go check it out. Go sub him up. He's a great guy.
I'll be sure to check it out. Yeah, I'll be sure to check him out. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer his question, I'm going to say the Chargers. I actually have the Chargers making it all the way to the Super Bowl if they stay healthy.
And Joe Lutz is in the house. Love Joe. One of my favorite subs. He always tunes into my streams. What's going on, Joe? Joe, what are you drinking tonight? And Jamers is in the house. Hey, keep it up, man. Amazing announcing. I appreciate that, Jamers. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel, brother. All right, so we got 21-10 Houston. Houston up 11, minute 22 to go in the second as Mariota comes out in the shotgun. There was a penalty. There was a face mask. I missed that. At their own 18. Lewis in motion. 6 on the game clock. Empty backfield. Mariota will take it. Houston comes with 4. Gets out of it. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to escape the tackle there by Watt, and he's going to go for about 4. Nice job by Mariota getting out of that, but they're still, what now, like 2nd and 20 or something?
One thing I want to see from Mariota is him, when he escapes the pocket, not just pull it down and run. Just if he could just hang out outside the pocket for a little bit longer and just keep his eyes downfield, you never know what could kind of happen. Cornerback could slip. You don't really know where the defensive linemen are. They could be, in this case, he didn't necessarily have to rush as fast as he did out of bounds.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that. You always want a quarterback who looks to throw before he runs. And sometimes you're right, Mariota does the opposite. Mariota coming out, shotgun formation, play action, looking, and Watt gets to him, and he's going to go down as, who made that sack there?
I'm surprised Houston is not using the timeout. I don't know who it was.
It was the defensive tackle, but Watt's the guy who started it. Minute 03 to go as Houston will call a timeout, like you said. Let's take a look here. Mariota needs to score before half. Well, Jose, he ain't getting it. I mean, it's like 3rd and a country mile. This ball's backed all the way back up to Tennessee. That's how far back they are. Let's take a look. One of the best fullbacks in the football field in the NFL. Minute 03, there's a timeout on the field. I'm just trying to read the chat a little bit. Joe Lutz says he's drinking Jack and Honey, taking it easy. Smashed after the disgrace of a game yesterday. I love Jack and Honey. You ever have Jack and Honey, JC?
No, I have not.
Oh, you got to try it. It's good. I'm not a big Jack guy, but I like Jack and Honey.
Here's where Tennessee can stretch the field because the offensive line has looked really good. Okay, just a draw.
Handoff, yeah, that's the safe play. I mean, they had to get 30 yards there. And Lewis is going to get backed up for 5 more as Watt comes up with a tackle for a loss. So 55 seconds left, and Houston's going to use another timeout. So Houston has 1 timeout remaining. You figure they're probably going to have the ball around midfield because they're going to be punting from their own, 11 or 12? So you figure after the return you have, 47 seconds left? And that's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Yeah, looking around 47 seconds with 1 timeout, I mean, you can definitely take some shots. You could get out of bounds. You could even with that 1 timeout, if you want to throw maybe the first 2 plays, script up 2 plays, no huddle, and then do a handoff or a halfback draw from the shotgun, then call your timeout. That could set up the Texans offense beautifully in the Titans red zone.
Yeah.
If you convert on the 2 passing plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. At halftime, we'll pull up the stats, guys. We'll take a look at the stats and all of that. Here comes Tennessee. They're going to be punting from their own 9. Snap is good. Kick is up. Line drive punt there. And it's going to take a favorable bounce. And it will go out of bounds at about the 38. Good punt there by didn't look good off the foot. Looked like a low line drive, but it took a favorable bounce. Oh, Rover is in the house. What's going on, Rover?
Rover Sports is in the house.
The Bear is here, guys. The Bear is here. Did you guys watch Steelers and Broncos yesterday? Unfortunately, I was streaming. I streamed yesterday. No joke, JC. I streamed from noon until 9:30 between the Giants and the Knicks. I took a half-hour break in between.
Dude, that Broncos game was really good. My dude, Case Keenum, was out there making throws.
I think Spencer's calling us. We're going to wait, Spence, until halftime, and we'll have you come in. Watson's in shotgun. He's got Miller to his right. Miller's looking. He's going to hit the tight end in the flat to the 40. 45, and he's upended right at about the 47. But the clock is running. Didn't get out of bounds. 35 seconds on the play clock. Clock still ticking. 2nd and 2 coming up as they're right around midfield. And Watson's got to hurry it up here. They're out of timeouts. 27, 26, clock ticking. Watson back to pass. Good protection. Looking on the right sidelines. Got a man, and it's caught by Hopkins. Great catch there by Hopkins. Good play there. Was able to get the feet down. Nice catch. Good hand and eye coordination. Nice play there, JC.
Beautiful catch, Hopkins. Great job.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's such a good receiver. So the Texans will have it right at the 30. Hopkins tonight, 3 catches, 61 yards. Nice first half for him. Lamar Miller, of course, was the story with that huge 97-yard run. And Watson's just been tearing them apart. And it looks like there's a timeout?
They're probably just going to review it.
Oh, they're going to review it, okay. Oh, Rover says he's not calling. Okay. G-Men 409, what's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in the stream. Love G-Men 409, one of my favorite subs. What's going on, my man? Yeah, good game so far. A lot of offense. The Texans have really been explosive. The Titans came out with a big blow to start the game, and the Texans really haven't let up since. Actually, the Titans scored the first 10, didn't they?
Yeah, it was 10-0.
Yeah, so Houston has 21 unanswered points. And I know you bet a lot, G-Man. I hope you took the over. Because I'm going to imagine that this game was around 46. I'm going to guess. If I was setting the over-under, I'd say 46 for this game. I didn't look at it. I don't know what it was. Watson coming out, shotgun formation from the 30. 18 seconds to go. He's got Miller to his right. Here comes the snap. Looking, cooking. He's going to try to run for it with no timeouts. That's a horrible decision by Watson. Let's see if they can stop the clock. He gets to the 25-7. They're going to be able to clock it, though. They'll be able to clock it. He gets up and he spikes it with 2 seconds left, but a dumb decision by Watson. And they'll be able to kick it here. 42-yard kick with 1 second. He was just able to spike it. Bad decision, right, JC, by Watson?
Bad decision. You have to understand game situations, in-game scenarios.
Yeah, and if the defense was smart enough, they would have let him run for 5 or 6 more yards, let him chew up more clock. But obviously, in that situation, easier said than done.
Exactly. I mean, everybody on Tennessee's, everything that's running through the Tennessee defenders' heads, like, as the kick goes up.
Snap is good. Kick it.
Good.
Just made it. 24-10 Houston at the half. So we had a high-flying first half. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for the thumbs up. We do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, anybody watching, please hit that subscribe. Please ring that bell so you get a notification every time we go live so you can see this man, JC's beautiful face. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. And good first half there, JC. Good first half. Fun first half.
Pretty entertaining stuff. Tennessee, I was really impressed with what the Titans did early on. I felt as though they just made a few questionable decisions, especially not taking the field goal. I would have took the easy points,
Right.
Very next play, 97-yard run. So instead of it being 13-14, it's 10-21, So little things like that. Tennessee needs to clean up, but overall they could still come back in this game.
I notice you do that a lot when you say the scores. I maybe it's just a thing I do. You do the whenever I tell a score, I tell the team that's leading first. I notice that you do the opposite a lot. When it's like 24-10, I'll say 24-10. I see that you do 10-24. It's just funny. I noticed it.
Yeah, huh? I mean, I personally don't know. I mean, sometimes, I don't know.
Yeah, just an interesting little tidbit that I noticed. Rover says JC is a Titans homer. He kind of is. You got to admit that, JC. This is a team that you really like.
Yeah, I do like this team. I love the coaching staff. I mean, shout out to Coach Vrabes. I mean, the guy's a beast. Look at him. Mariota, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. My guy, Matt LaFleur, future New York Jet head coach. They got a lot of likable guys on defense. Kamale Correa, I loved him at Boise State. My dude, Malcolm Butler, even though he's not having a good season at all. I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee a lot. I like it because they don't have a lot of fans either.
Right. Jose Castro says one of you likes the Giants and one the Jets. New York dudes, you're damn right we are. Well, JC's from Florida, but he's a New York fan. Gman409 says, funny, I live 30 minutes from Houston. They're all hype about the way they're playing, but I remind them who beat them last. You're damn right who beat them last. It's right on this hat. But I hope the Titans come back. Love comeback stories. That would be fun. Hope it make for an interesting game. We need Rover on this stream. Ventura, you want Rover? They're calling for Rover. Rover, you want to pop in, brother?
Get in, Rover. Get your ass in here, Rover.
Hey, guys, how do I earn my wrench? You're going to get your wrench right now. Jesus Christ, what was I thinking? We got to give G-Man a wrench right now. I love G-Man. Hold on one second. I got to pull up the chat to do that. 1 second, G-Man. I'm sorry I kept you waiting on the wrench. I need as many wrenches as I could go around with. I want a whole tool set. And then I guess we'll talk about the first half a little more, JC. I just like interacting with the chat. You know that.
For sure.
All right, let's go. Just waiting for it to load on my computer so I can give him a wrench. There we go. 1 second. Add moderator. There you go. Let's give Rover a moderator. I mean, he is part of the channel, for God's sakes. And you know what? I like this guy, Ventura. I'm going to give him one, too. I'm in a giving mood today.
I know, we're not in December yet, but you're like Santa Claus, just dishing out all these wrenches to everybody. It's the giving season.
It's the giving season. Let me know. Oh, I got to give Ronaldo one, too. God damn it.
You got the whole chat just going to be full of mods.
Yeah, well, these are the originators, man. They're helping us build the channel. I want to show a little respect.
That is true. So
the over-under was 43, Gman409 says. He says we nailed it. So, there you go. Yeah, I said 46, I think, so I was close. So, yes, it's definitely going to go over. They're at 34 already at the half. And then we'll talk a little bit about what happened in the first half. Let me just give... Rover doesn't want the nail. Okay, fair enough.
People would die for that wrench, Rover.
I know. There's people been complaining about not having one all night. But Rover's unappreciative. I'm going to take it away. We're going to give Ronaldo one. All right, so back to JC. Here we go. So first half, what did you think? I mean, they ran the ball all over them. They couldn't stop it. I mean, at the end of the day, the Texans did whatever they wanted on offense.
I think both offensive lines looked really good. Houston was able to capitalize, though. Tennessee looked good, but they weren't capitalizing. Texans, they looked good, but they were capitalizing. You know, you take a look at Lamar Miller, you take a look at Alfred Blue, what they were able to do in the running game, setting Deshaun Watson up with easy pitch and catches, you know, really getting Tennessee to play up close to the line of scrimmage, then just hitting them with a play-action fake. You know, we saw numerous times Deshaun Watson being able to pull the ball down and just let him rip to, you know, guys like DeAndre Hopkins downfield. So, you know, the thing is with Tennessee is, like, you're not down and out. You can still come back in this game because it's just been a few mistakes on Tennessee's part, you know. But Houston's really controlling the game. They're controlling the pace. They're controlling the tempo, and they have all the momentum right now because they are going to get the ball back in the second half.
Just while you're talking, I do want to pull up the stats a little bit. Let's pull up the stats, see who did what there in the first half. I always like to look at that at halftime. We'll show that to the chat. I mean, I got to think they, like we said, they completely manhandled them in terms of yardage, Houston. But the Titans did have some innovative plays. Oh, I'm getting a call here from Spence. All right, now I lost JC. This is why I hate doing this, because now I lost JC. But hold on one second. I think JC's on hold.
Hello.
What's going on, my man? Oh yeah, there's JC. I see him, but okay. This is the problem. This is the problem. JC's small now on my screen, so now I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make it so you split. That's the problem.
I can always leave.
I'll let Rover hop in and man the second half. But real quick before I hop on out of here, I just wanted to answer Ventura's question real quick. He said big game on Sunday Night Football between the Chargers and the Steelers, big AFC matchup. Who do we all like? I personally like the Chargers in that game.
Yeah, we're actually going to be live streaming that game on my channel, Ventura. Me and JC, we're going to do that game together on my channel because we're going to try to promote our channel because we figure obviously we'll get more views on a bigger channel. So that's going to be a great game to stream. It's two great teams, high-powered offenses. I'm really looking forward to that game. Where's that being played? Is it in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
I'm taking Pittsburgh then. I'm taking the home team because I think they're very evenly matched. I'm going to go with the home team, especially with LA having to travel all the way across the country. I will take the Steelers in that game.
Very good.
I agree with that. I think Pittsburgh wins. The Carolina game, remember we bet on that game, and the Steelers hammered the Panthers too, and the Steelers got a wake-up call from the Broncos last week. So I want to see the Chargers win on the road. You know, I trust Pittsburgh.
So I think we're going to let Spencer cop in for the second half, give him some time. JC will be in the chat. He'll be hanging out with you guys in the chat, so don't think he's going away. We just like the two-man dynamic so we don't step on each other's toes. So, welcome to the chat, Spencer. And JC, thank you for... You provided great analysis throughout that whole first half. You were a blast. It was fun to do it with you. I can't wait to do it again. And, final words.
It's like I'm the starting pitcher, and now we got like one of the best closers in the game to come in and close this one out. Mariano Rivera for the Yankees fans in the chat. But, all right, guys, it's a pleasure, and I'll catch you guys later.
All right, brother.
Hey, Chris.
So Spencer, you're on, my man. You might want to change your camera because you could barely see your face.
I'm so nervous. I am like that reliever. I don't like being the reliever because I don't want to mess up JC's game. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean you got pressure. JC brought it tonight. JC Green, what is going on? I just want to say hello to a few people popping in. Jalen from Dalton. I can't wait till we blow out the Giants this week. You know what, Jalen? You might. I hope not, because last year the Giants quit on us. I hope they don't this year. Jason Green, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in the stream, my man. Jose Castro, do you guys think the Chargers can beat... Well, we answered that already. So, thank you, guys. We're going to get into it. And, Spencer, let's jump right into it. Did you get to see the first half?
Let's freaking go. I mean, if I'm taking truth serum, I didn't get to see much of it.
Yeah. So, how did the basketball practice go?
Oh, the basketball, man. I do like this old kind of like Jewish league, like an over 50 league. So
Over
So,
50?
man,
You're like 23 years old. You're 23 years old. What are you doing in an over 50 league?
My dad gets me to sign up. There are some 35-year-olds. It's a physical brand of basketball, man. It's physical.
Right.
So it's a physical brand, but I'm kind of like I'm not like Klay Thompson, but I am able to get my shot off in the game. But it's not like they can't guard me. It's not like I'm like a freaking like Leandro Barbosa and I'm just flying by people. I'm not.
Right. The Brazilian Blur. I think that was his nickname because he was so fast.
You would think I'm Russell Westbrook in that league, but I'm not. Like I'm playing with guys that are in the nursing home. I'm not.
If you guys are new to the stream, by the way, please hit that thumbs up. It does help us. Wow, the Titans are losing that. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this because you just stopping by, Spence. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead. The Titans did, and the Texans just hit them with everything they had. They came and they brought the whole arsenal.
So, Chris, how did the Texans get down the field? Was it big throw? I know the Lamar Miller had the run, but was it big throws from Deshaun Watson?
Watson was hitting on some throws, but overall, a lot of big runs. I mean, it wasn't just that run. I don't have the stats in front of me. Maybe you could pull it up on your phone or whatever, but they had to have over 200 yards rushing in that first half. Watson had a 15-yard touchdown run. Miller had at least 2 or 3 other runs for double-digit yardage. Blue had a couple of big runs. They were just running all over them. Hopkins had about 65 yards in the first half. They were able to throw. I would guess they had about 100, 120 yards passing. But, yeah, the running game was just unbelievable.
Well, Chris, you know what I love about Deshaun Watson is he plays so aggressively. He's always throwing the ball down the field. He's so much fun to watch. He's so confident in his abilities, man. I mean, he always is launching those deep balls.
Yeah, Watson's got a cannon. He's got a cannon.
He really does, and remember that was the knock on him coming out of Clemson is that he wasn't a great deep ball thrower. The guy can make any throw. He never gives up on a play either. Sometimes he'll make a dumb head-scratching interception. Like in the Giants game, he made several of those, but his improvisation is great. You know?
Yeah, fantastic. Let's take a quick look at the chat here. JC is the facts guy. He's like that teacher that actually teaches, but you say you didn't learn nothing. JC knows his stuff. There's no doubt about it.
JC has the voice, too.
Oh, yeah, and he's got the face. I mean, he's gorgeous. Rover in the house, G-Man409 says, let's see what else he says. Hey, Spence, question. That's your pop's on the video. Yes, yeah, that's your dad.
It is. I could always be cool and say that's my uncle, but it's my freaking dad, so, you know.
Yeah, he knows. I always like those. There's the stats there, by the way. Mariota threw for $157. And Watson threw for 106. Did you watch the Chargers and Cardinals game yesterday? I did not. Did you?
Every snap, man. I couldn't miss that thing.
Yeah. Good game.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't.
That game was getting shown even in LA, bro.
I was so tired after the 2 streams I did. I was sick of watching sports.
Yes, the Cardinals had a 10-7 lead in that game, and then Melvin Gordon took over that game. Phillip Rivers was unbelievable. The Cardinals are a weird team. I think they should be a lot better than they are, man. They have talent like Fitzgerald, Chandler Jones. Their defense should be fine, and I think their coach is terrible. And Josh Rosen, man, I think Josh Rosen's going to be good, though. You watch the kid throw. He is a really talented guy. He's going to be good.
I know JC's a big fan of his, but I don't know. Baker's proven me right. I'll say that. I was a huge Baker guy. Last 3 weeks, this guy is on fire.
I want to get your take on Baker and the Hugh Jackson after the game.
Yeah, to be honest, we talked about that earlier. To be honest, I didn't even hear about it until somebody brought it up in the chat, so I haven't gotten to see the full the quote. But I never like when you badmouth your coaches. That's not a good look.
No, but what he was saying had some merit. It's it's weird that a guy coaching the Browns leaves to go to a division rival 4 weeks later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that Demarius Randall dude, imagine if you're Hugh Jackson and the Browns intercepted and then the Browns guy gives you the football on the sideline.
I want to get to the game, though. Kickoff, we got a touchback out of the gate. We got some new people in the chat. Literally, what is going on? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Nathan Hill in the house. Can't wait to verse your Bears this week, Nathan. Melvin Gordon, a.k.a. The Flash, and Jalen from Dalton Suspense. do take back what you said about the Bears. You had them at 500 or below. All right, he was wrong about that. But
I was wrong. But the ones that I'm right on, nobody wants to give me the credit, like Jacksonville.
Here comes the snap. Watson's going to hand it to Miller. Miller with a cutback, and he's going to get a yard. Good play there by Tennessee.
We want to go back like a touch. I think I'm a touch behind you.
Yeah, I'll pause it first.
I always have Chinese kind of feeds where I'm like on tape. I don't understand it, man.
All right, let's see if that worked. I just paused it.
Okay. Yep. I'll tell you when Deshaun takes this snap. Okay.
I think you're ahead of me now.
Deshaun is snap.
Yeah, you're ahead of me now. I'm gonna call it though. Watson in the shotgun. Still haven't seen the snap. But here comes the snap. He's going to play action pass. Watson looking. Incomplete passes. He throws a bullet across the middle. I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Right. I'm rooting for Tennessee to make this a ball game.
Now it's not letting me fast forward it. So now I'm going to be behind you.
That doesn't make any sense. Or just turn it off and turn it on.
Not going to matter, I don't think. Because
yeah, it'll work.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let's just get to this play here, and then I'll do that.
Sure.
Watson coming out. Shotgun formation.
Let's see if Demaryius Thomas gets in on the action. DC, baby.
Watson calling Miller in motion. Miller's coming behind to the left of now I'm thrown off with all this.
This is fine. This is fine because I still am seeing these plays.
Here comes the snap. Watson's going to throw it to Griffin. Griffin caught in the flat 35, 40. Cuts back to the 45 to the 47. That's a first down. Big play there for the Texans. Let me change the channel and go back, see if that works.
Dude, how could a guy get that open? But let me see. It was a great pick play by this dude, and oh my gosh, I mean, they didn't have guys out there in the flat. I mean, Bill O'Brien saw something. What a great call! But I can't believe Tennessee didn't have the allocated guys. Oh my goodness!
Man in motion. Watch it. Takes it. Hands off to Miller. Miller's going to cut to the right to the 50, 45, 40. Still on his feet. 35 down to the 32, but there is a flag. This could be a hold. This might be coming back.
Oh, Tennessee. That could be the game saver right there.
There is a hold. It's on the Texans.
That is the game saver right there. The Titans have new life. I think, Chris, if they go up by 3 scores, what do you think? If even a field goal here kills them, I think.
Yeah, Tennessee's not the type of team that likes to play from behind, so they're already in the hole. I want to get to the chat a little bit right here. I started Miller in a money league. Yeah, Nathan, you're looking good then. G-Man49 tainted. Now, where do we go from here? I mean, no, you can't fire Sherman yet. It's still the first year, but I hated what I saw on Sunday, that's for sure. He's on the hot seat with me, let's put it that way. John G., what's going on? Thank you for tuning in the live stream as we get back to the action.
Yeah, I have some interesting Shermer thoughts I want to pick your brain about after that I was thinking about today.
Yeah, Watson coming out, shotgun formation, he's back to pass, still looking, and incomplete pass.
Almost looked like it was picked off.
Am I behind you still?
Yeah, you're fine, though.
Okay. Because, I changed the channel, still didn't work. All right, so we got a 2nd and 20.
Yeah, remember we looked at this Texans schedule and said they can run the table? I mean, the whole AFC, I think it's going to be the most fun playoffs in the AFC we've had in a long time.
I'm going to tell you, I think they're going to get 2 teams from that division because I am a big believer in the Colts, and you know that. They've been fantastic.
Right.
You're frozen, by the way. I hear your voice, but your video's frozen.
I don't know why.
Texans coming out, shotgun formation. Watson calling out a play. He's got 2 backs.
Let me try to get out of the freeze zone.
2 backs in the backfield looking. He's going to hit blue for a quick pass there for a big gain to the 49.
Hold on. Video off, video on.
Yeah, you're better.
Back.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and about an 8. Good play there by the Texans to gain some of that yardage back.
Great question by Literally. I mean, when you're in the chat entertainer, like, the chat just pops. It's unbelievable, man. I mean, you just... you just bring the game, man.
Favorite Giant of all time, that's Eli Manning for me. But I came after the LT years. I didn't get to see LT in his prime. Watson coming out, shotgun formation. He's got Miller to his right, a 3 wide receiver set looking. He's going to try to scramble, and he's going to almost get it. It'd be interesting to see if they go for this. We're going to have about a 4th and 2, Spence.
If I'm Bill O'Brien, I actually love going for it here. If I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, I don't want them going for it.
If I'm a Texan fan, I want them to punt. I got a 14-point lead. I don't want to give the Titans any glimmer of hope.
No, I love the move to go for it, or try to draw them off, get a penalty, get a delay a game. That's what could happen. Let's see what happens. this could be a delay of game just to give the punter some more space.
No reason to go for it here. You're risking giving.
A delay. It's going to be a delay game, but let's see.
You're risking giving the Titans momentum here. You can't go for it here. He takes it. Are you kidding me? Throws it and it's complete. So they get the first down. I still don't agree with that play call. Hopkins with a nice catch as they get the first down for about 6 yards.
I like it.
I know you like it, but I think it was a bad decision, but it worked out.
Hey, do you think that, like, Deshaun Watson was told there, if we get this look, we're going for it. If not, we're not going for it? Like the fact you saw the corner playing off?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. Yeah, here comes the snap. He's going to hand to Miller. Miller with a little stutter step, and he's going to pick up 5. Nice first play there on first down. He'll bring up a 2nd and 5. What's going on, Big Green? Thank you for stopping by, my man. Favorite Giant is the salsa, man. Everybody loves the salsa, man. Victor Cruz got me doing the salsa right now. And we got
it's a local guy. That's a hell of a pick. Hell of a choice.
We got a flag on the play.
I mean, the boat trip doesn't derail my love for Victor Cruz.
No, I love Victor. I mean, he was one of the 3 or 4 biggest reasons we won that Super Bowl. I mean, it's Eli, him, and JPP probably the 3 biggest players on that Super Bowl team.
I liked O.C. Umenyiora, obviously. It was fun. Michael Strahan, obviously. I liked Antonio Pierce, man. I freaking loved his leadership.
Yeah, here comes Watson, 1st and 20 after the holding penalty. 11-10 to go in the third, and he's going to hit a man over the middle. It's going to be about nice run after the catch. He's still on his feet. He's pulling a Bavaro as he picks up about 3 more yards after he got hit. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 11. Good second effort there by the wide receiver.
Amani Toomer was a great New York Giant. I mean, I think the 2008 Giants were a very likable team.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon Jacobs. There's so many guys I can list that I love.
Oh, of course. That was a great team. So let's take a look here. Let's see what they come out with.
Jazzy, I appreciate that. That means a hell of. That's why we do the live streams.
I appreciate that, Jazzy. Thank you very much. Here comes Watson out in the shotgun. It'll be a 2nd and 13 as they got back a lot of yards. Watson back to pass. 5-step drop. Still looking. Still cooking. Throwing. And complete to DeAndre Hopkins there for about 7. Hopkins, such a talented receiver.
But by the way, what a job by Deshaun Watson there. You see how Deshaun Watson wasn't in a rush in the pocket at all? You see how he's waiting for the play to develop? Yeah. Other quarterbacks like Derek Carr would have thrown it away. They would have gotten happy feet. They would have left the pocket. That's what makes Deshaun brilliant.
Yeah.
He's so calm back there, and he lets the play out, and that was a hell of a job.
And Hopkins on this drive eclipsed 1,000 yards for the 6th time. Such a great receiver. Here comes Watson coming out. 3 wide receivers set. He's got Miller to his left. Here comes the snap. Watson looking. He's going to fake. He's going to pump fake. He's going to try to roll out to his right. He's going to avoid a tackler. And, wow, what a great second effort there. He almost picked up the first as he gets to the 29.
Brilliant job by Deshaun Watson there. I mean, that's what makes him. Look at him palming the football. You're going to see it on the replay. I mean, he's an otherworldly talent, and now you're in field goal range for Fairburn. It's a clear-cut decision to take the 3 for the Texans.
Yeah, you got to take the 3 here, but what an effort there by Watson.
Let's see if he'll draw this in from right to left.
Here we go. They line up for the kick.
Ooh.
Here comes the snap. And the hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. Texans take a 3-possession lead. 27-10. 27 unanswered points from the Houston Texans. 8:53 to go in the third. I got to update the scoreboard. What am I doing?
That scoreboard is unbelievable. Unbelievable. How'd you do that, man? Maybe don't tell us.
No, it's simple stuff. It's just font. Actually,
do you adjust the scene or you create a new text every time?
New text every time.
Yeah, and for that Giants game, I think that really was great, you know?
Yeah, I love it. It adds a little extra scenery to it.
You gotta watch the Shermer press conference, man. It was absolutely hysterical because all the questions were about Lauletta and Tanny. Like it was awesome. You know, they grilled the crap out of Shermer today. It was on Eli Manning and will Lauletta start this year?
Well, I'll tell you, I think Lauletta, and I love Eli, you know that. And I'm not putting the game yesterday on Eli. I don't think he had a bad game. He made one horrible decision with that throw, which was a big play in that game. Don't get me wrong. But that game was not on Eli. That game was on the play calling from Shermer and the defense. But The thing is this: if Sherman made better play calling, the defense wouldn't have worn down. The fact that they went away with the run, got away from the run, the defense wore down because we got killed in the time of possession in the second half. Now, a lot of that could be attributed to the penalties. I do understand that. It put the Giants in second and long, third and long situations because they had so many penalties in the second half. But they needed to run more than they did.
Well, Chris, next year, I don't want any excuses for Pat Shurmur. Like, if he goes 7-9, 6-10 next year, I want to find out next year if Shurmur's the guy to lead this franchise or if we have to get a new coach. And the problem with sending Eli out next year, say Eli sucks next year again, then Pat Shurmur's going to have an excuse again for coaching poorly. If you know what I mean? Like, I don't want Pat to have any excuses next year. I want to know if he can do better next year.
Right. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So I don't want any excuses. And for me, it all depends on how we could start the year next year. And also, will the team quit? Because Odell Beckham went after Pat Shurmur for his play calling, and it's possible the Giants might mail it in versus the Bears.
I hope not. I got a quick question here. Chris, Hopkins or Fitzgerald? All time. Right now it's Hopkins, but all time to me, Fitzgerald is one of the most underrated players in the history of football because of where he played. I think Fitzgerald is the third greatest receiver to ever put on pads. That's how highly I think of him. I think he's a tremendous leader. I love Larry Fitzgerald. I got him third all time at the wide receiver position.
Let me guess. You have Rice Owens, and then you have Fitz.
I got Rice for sure, and then it's debatable. You could go Moss. I actually like Moss a little better than Owens.
Oh, so you like Fitzy better? I know that Fitzy, there's no comparison personality-wise with him and T.O., but, I mean, T.O. is pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, but if you look up Fitzgerald's numbers, he's right there with T.O. Fitzgerald is unbelievable if you look at his numbers.
And Fitz went to the slot, and also T.O. had really good – he actually had great quarterbacks. Jeff Garcia – well, very good. Garcia, McNabb, and Tony Romo. Like, that ain't bad. And Fitzy, he only had Kurt Warner, but he also had Derek Anderson. He also had Matt Leinart.
I just want to get back to the game real quick. Mariota under center here, 8:46 to go in the third, 27-10 Houston. Got a man in motion. Here comes the snap, and he's going to hand to Henry. Henry, the big back there. He's going to pick up 7. Nice first call there, and McKinney comes up with the tackle.
Let's go, Derek. Come on, man. I picked you in fantasy, and you haven't been very good to me this year.
8:32, Fat Matt back in the chat. What is going on? Kurt Warner, they say. Kurt Warner's a great quarterback. That helped Larry Fitzgerald for sure. Here comes the snap. Play action pass, and there's a flag on the play. Think this will be on the Titans. I think this will back them up. Yep, full start. It'll back them up to be a 2nd and 8 after the penalty. Bad penalty there.
I got to give the Texans a lot of credit, Fat Matt. I mean, Bill O'Brien was completely on the hot seat. When the Giants beat the Texans in what seems like it was 10 years ago in Week 3, the Texans were 0-3, Chris. We thought this Texans team was dead in the water. Yeah. I got to give Bill O'Brien credit. I thought he was gone for a lot of this year, dude. It's unbelievable.
Mariota tonight, 12 for 12 for $157. Shotgun formation. Got Henry to his left. Here comes the snap. Mariota looking. 3-step drop. He's going to throw a quick pass there for a big first down. And I just want to address Ronaldo. A lot of people that are listening, maybe not yet, but when we do this, they want to hear the game because they can't see it. So that's why I want to stick to the game. But of course, I want to let Spencer talk about what he needs to talk about. He's got a great football mind.
A lot of times I'm running out of shit to say, honestly.
So
you're just picking me up.
So first down there by the Titans as they're moving and grooving. 7:28 to go here in the third. Mariota under center. He's got Henry in the backfield. Calling out. What'd you say?
I love being the color guy.
Oh, yeah. Play action pass. Mariota's going to throw a screen pass to Henry, trying to get Spencer some fantasy points, and Henry's going to pick up 8. Nice call there.
I love the call. It's a shame. That was a hell of a call. It could have even been better. That was a great tackle in pursuit by Houston there. And now I want to see Marcus air this ball out down the field, obviously. They're running, kind of quickly. Their pacing's really good here. It's a really good drive. They're staying ahead. And let's see if Derrick Henry's probably going to try to get a first here.
Mariota coming out under center. Tight end in motion at the 45. 2nd and 8. And let's see if they pound it to Henry. They do. They give to Henry. Henry with a stutter step, and he's gonna nice second effort. He got stuffed at the line, but he got about a yard and a half. Brings up a third and we'll call it 1. I don't like the spot. I thought he was closer to the line than that.
4 downs, you smash it again.
No, they're on their own side of the field.
I think, but this is the game right here.
I guess you're right. It's 3 scores. They might go for. I don't like that they're coming out in shotgun here. I don't like this.
Well, let's smash it with Derek, right? Give it to him one more time,
I'd rather come out in like an I formation here though with a fullback. I don't like this formation. Shotgun formation for the Titans. Got Henry to his left. He's going to hand to Henry, and he nice run by Henry. Got hit at the line. Great second effort. Picks up 5.
No way. I still love Buffalo Tinks. He's funny. He said McCarthy got fired at this hour.
Mariota in trouble. Sacked.
No way.
Mariota in trouble. Just got sacked.
Let me see what's going. Let me see if there's any.
Wayne Merciless with the sack. 6-yard loss on the play.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if McCarthy got fired. They've been horrible.
At this hour? I don't think so. Adam would have reported it.
All right, so here we go. 27-10 Houston Titans ball. After the sack, it's going to bring up about a second and 15. Empty backfield. And the Titans got a 5 wide receiver. Here comes the snap. Mariota back to pass. And he's going to step up and get sacked again. I don't know who that is, number 95. It's the D tackle, but he's got to have 3 sacks tonight.
Hold on, let me see who it is. Looks like it's Wharton, who's a defensive tackle. Tell you who it is. Man, this is embarrassing. You know, the Titans, Chris, they have, name brand offensive linemen. You have Jack Conklin, you have Taylor Lewan, the highest paid lineman in the NFL, and you also have guys in the middle of that line.
Covington's the guy who came up with the sack, and Conklin's been getting beat all night.
Yeah, and he was a great player for Michigan State. Ever since he tore his ACL, he hasn't been the same. This Titans offensive line, it's supposed to be a physical unit. You were banking on them having a good offensive line, and they've actually had a terrible offensive line this year, and it's very, very puzzling for some reason.
By the way, it was fake news they're saying with the
yeah,
with the firing.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't make sense. You got to do it after the year. I mean, I'm wondering if Marvin Lewis is going to get fired and why Hugh Jackson would take over. I mean, I mean, with Marvin Lewis, I think that they should just fire him. I mean, if I was a Bengals fan, I would not be able to sleep at night knowing that guy's still the head coach.
Yeah, Marvin Lewis needs to get fired. I'm shocked that he's still there. I don't know how he's maintained the job. The guy's been there for 12 years, and he's never won a playoff game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He's so mediocre, and it's not even like he won. It's not even like he had a bye or the team went 12-4. The best record they've had is 11-5.
Yeah, no, it's a joke, and I understand that before he got there, they were a horrible franchise. But there comes a time when if you don't put up results, you got to move on.
Guess what? He's been there 15 years.
That's a joke. He's the second longest tenured coach in the league behind Belichick.
Yeah, and the fact is about Hugh Jackson, what does he have, pictures of the owner or something? And then, Chris, how dumb is this? Remember they were going to fire him last year before that miracle game with Andy Dalton where they pulled it out against the Ravens and then they rehired
Right. I mean, unbelievable. Look at our team. Tom Coughlin won us 2 Super Bowls, and he didn't last near that long. You know what I'm saying? If you don't put up results, you gotta move on. It's ridiculous that guy's been there that long.
I mean, TC, he was kind of on the verge. I don't know if TC had many good years, behind. I don't know if TC was really gonna have a second wind as a head coach though, if that makes any sense.
Right? No, I agree with you.
I was all right with them firing TC. All right, so now, by the way, Taylor Lewan gets injured, and that's a huge loss. And now Dennis Kelly, a former Eagle, is now blocking for Mariota on 3rd and 20.
3rd and a country mile. Empty backfield as Tennessee really needs to pick this up. Texans send 4. Mariota's going to pitch it out. Nice play there as he pitches it out to Lewis, who picks up about 12 as the Honey Badger comes up with a big hit. That'll bring up like a 4th and 10. I think he got a punt.
I'll tell you, having Jadeveon Clowney and J.J. Watt, I mean, when they're healthy, this is an unbelievable defense. Unbelievable.
Yeah. That was a great, great pass rush there by Watt.
I mean, so many guys you would know. You know Cunningham. They have the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
McKinney's a good linebacker up the middle.
Yes. Merciless, of course.
Here comes the snap. Punt is away. Kareem Jackson. Punt is away, and it will be fielded at the 13 for a fair catch as the Texans will take over deep in their own territory.
You wish that owners could be fired.
Yeah, me too. By the way, if you guys are new, whoever's tuning in, if you're new to the channel, please hit that thumbs up, ring that bell, and please subscribe. It helps us out. And where'd you go? There you are.
I just get delayed for some reason. Like somebody said, you got to fix the Wi-Fi in my house, and it's a house of horrors.
Your house is like the Link for the Giants. It's a house of horrors.
Dude, there's something disgusting about Lincoln Financial Field when I watch it. I even felt a little nauseous watching that game yesterday. Like, I didn't feel comfortable watching it. Like, the players, like, on that screen with that Black Eagles green. You know what I mean? The game felt sped up yesterday.
Yeah. No, I just hate playing them. We can't beat that team. I hate it. I hate them.
Let's name the House of Horrors. I think it's going to Seattle is a scary place, but other than that, I'm cool with any other game. I mean, I'm even cool hosting the Eagles.
What about the Saints?
Ben McAdoo. Well, the one thing about New Orleans is the way they play their games, it's still pleasing to watch, and at least offensively, you're still going to put up so many points.
No, I thought you meant as a visiting opponent, like the places you wouldn't want to go. Seattle, to me, is one of them, and New Orleans.
I was just talking about the Giants going to Lincoln Financial Field.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
To me, though, the Giants going to Seattle is still scary because of the Jay Feely game and just nightmares.
Right. Absolutely. What just happened? What happened there? The
webcam fell off.
I just saw your carpet. They were showing a pancake commercial. I was getting hungry. Got a good Friday night matchup there. Spurs Rockets. They're showing the promo to the basketball game.
Yeah, that's really going to be interesting with the Rockets, you know. I mean, the NBA is just what a crazy, crazy product it is with Dwight Howard this week and the Washington Wizards. That's the craziest team in sports.
I'm really looking forward to streaming some basketball games together. You know, when it heats up, you know, we get the primetime playoff games. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, the playoffs are going to be unbelievable. We're going to get a crazy audience for that. A lot of show the games people, you know, coming into the chat.
March Madness is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait.
I don't think I ever get more nervous for March Madness. Like, I cared so much about Loyola. Like, I care so much about the little guys, like Butler. And it hurts when your team, like, loses a heartbreaker. Like, you know, when Butler lost to UConn, I was devastated.
Here comes sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. There's the handoff to Blue. Alfred Blue picks up about 8. So it'll be a 2nd and 2.
I wonder if McAdoo is actually going to get hired, like, by Coughlin again or in Jacksonville, or if he'll get hired again.
Well, JC was talking about that earlier. But before let's get back to the game here. Watson on the center. He's going to hand off to Blue. Blue tries to spin for a first down, and a big stuff there by the Titans. As they come up with a big stop, that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. JC was talking about that earlier. He said he loves the mind of McAdoo. He actually thinks he could be a good offensive coordinator. Not a good head coach, that's for sure.
He hasn't lived with us.
Yeah.
I don't want that guy within 200 miles of.
No.
I hated his guts. I hated the personality of him. You know, I couldn't stand him.
But Veith, me and Bad Dog have our own collaboration. We've been talking about this channel for a while, the three of us, but I'm going to continue to collaborate with Bad Dog.
Oh my gosh, Jazzy, you don't need to run on the treadmill. You could do that after, but tomorrow you could that's for you to do in the daytime, man. You know, now eat a snack and watch Monday Night Football. This is the last football game of the week.
Here we go. Watson coming out empty backfield. 3rd and 3 is Houston. You gotta look out for Watson here with his legs. He's dangerous in this situation with his legs. And Tennessee's going to send 4. Watson looking. He gets out of it, and he trips, and that's going to be a sack.
Brilliant play. Must make, obviously. They rushed 4 guys, and that might be Jarrell Casey, who is one of the great, well, it wasn't Casey, actually. It was a hell of a play. Brian Arakpo, the former Redskin, a lot of veteran linebackers on this Tennessee team, and that was a necessary play. That was a hell of a play. Let's see how.
Backs him up to the 12, 4th and 11. Here comes the punt, and they nearly blocked it. He just got it away. It'll be fielded at the 34. Let's see if he can make something out of it. He gets to the 40, cuts back to the 40, almost to the 49. Good return there by the Titans.
That was fantastic special teams again, and we're right here on the 50-yard line. You take your shot. You got to score right here in 2 minutes.
Jonathan Cornejo's, I don't know if he was here earlier. Welcome to the chat if you weren't. Which team is more of a pretender, the Texans, Titans, or Chargers? I'm going, the Titans. Not even close for me. I think the Texans and Chargers are better football teams. What about you, Spence?
It's looking like out of everybody on that list, actually, like if I had to pick one team to play against, I would probably pick Tennessee. But then I think the Texans are more dangerous than the Chargers because I like Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins.
And they got a pass rush.
And Watt, exactly. Yeah. Like Bosa and Ingram are good. Phillip Rivers is good. He doesn't scare me like Watson does.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually. I'm starting to buy more and more into the Texans as the season wears along because they have the type of team that I feel like can win on the road. I don't think the Chargers can. That's my honest opinion on it.
Right, and I don't love the Chargers coaching staff. And the Chargers, are up and down. They're inconsistent. And Phillip Rivers, has just been okay. He's a pretty good quarterback. But let me tell you the team, and you're going to love this one. The Andrew Luck is playing so well, and Andrew Luck is a proven winner.
Go back.
AFC Championship.
I don't know if anybody in here watches JC's channel. I know a lot do. Brian B. Gaming, I know, is a Jets fan. Go back and look at our pick videos. I've been saying it for 4 weeks about the Colts. I've been saying look out for this team, and they've won 4 in a row. The Colts are a dangerous football team. That offensive line is one of the most underrated units in all of football. And look out for that team. I'm telling you, you don't want that team in the playoffs. Andrew Luck is very good.
Yeah, so Brian B. Gaming, he still says that the Patriots are the favorite in the AFC.
I disagree. I think you can never count them out, but the Chiefs right now have to be the favorites. I know the defense isn't great, but they're going to have home field advantage. That's a very tough place to play in Arrowhead Stadium. And the Steelers, of course, have played well, too.
The Steelers have the Chiefs number as well, and I like Tomlin and Belichick better.
But the Patriots have the Steelers number. The Steelers can never beat the Patriots.
The Steelers host the Patriots. Actually, if I had to pick gun to head, I might take the Patriots still to win.
I think I'm going Chiefs. At this point in the season, I picked Chiefs preseason, so I'm sticking with it.
You pick them to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, here come the Titans in the Wildcat, and they're going to pick up one. Yeah, I had Vikings Chiefs preseason.
I had Niners Chiefs, but I had Mahomes coming in the MVP conversation.
Well, here's my question. Well, the Niners, that didn't work out for you. But obviously for obvious reasons. But here's my question. If you picked the Chiefs preseason and the way they're playing, why would you pick against them now? Why not stick with it?
The reason why I might pick against them is because I'm just worried about their defense a little bit.
No, you should be. Hand off to Henry here. He's going to break a big run. He's going to pick up about 7. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Titans.
And I just look at how Brady is playing, and now they add Josh Gordon. And Big Ben and Tom Brady are more established than Mahomes.
Yeah. Oh, no. So, yeah.
It's a toss-up.
Well, and plus the Andy Reid's history, he doesn't always perform well in the playoffs.
No, it's a complete toss-up in the AFC, honestly. I could see the Colts going into Kansas City and almost beating them. I mean, there's no clear-cut team in the AFC. That's why it's going to be an amazing playoff over there.
False start on Conklin, who's been getting destroyed all game.
The NFC playoffs are not as exciting because I think we have the Rams and the Saints, and that's what's going to happen.
Most likely. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I'm
But
thinking
you could make an argument. We could have a wild card team out of the AFC go on a run, which is really fun. Like the Chargers, the Colts.
Yeah. The one team I will say in the NFC, and I picked them for the Super Bowl. If they could get things right in the right direction at the end of the season, there could be a team that could knock one of those teams off, possibly the Vikings. I do like their talent a lot. Here comes the Titans shotgun formation after the penalty. Mariota back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw deep down the right sideline. Got a man! Corey Davis breaks the tackle. He's going to score! Big play by the Titans as they get back into this football game. Mariota lights it up on the scoreboard, and it's 27-16. Let me put it on the board.
Corey Davis, double move, ball was thrown with perfect anticipation. That's what Marcus has to do. If you don't have the biggest arm, you got to throw with anticipation. Jonathan Joseph was beat there by Corey Davis. I've always been a huge Corey Davis fan. At Western Michigan, I watched him with P.J. Fleck, and this dude is well worth the first-round pick, and it's great to see him balling out. I mean, this guy can really be a special player in this league. And Stu Cup is in!
You're ahead of me, yeah. Extra point is good. 20.
Woo! That was just what they needed, man. That was a fantastic play by Mariota, finally. What a big-time play.
13 seconds to go in the third, and Tennessee is somewhat back in this game. Mariota's had a great game. I think he's 16 for 16.
Yes. So you're like iffy on Mariota, and I completely get that. His arm is not a wow kind of guy, but I think he could be Carson Palmer. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm very iffy on Mariota because I'm not a fan. I don't like Mariota. I know you like him, and I know JC likes him. I don't like him.
I like him. I don't love him. I like him. I don't love him.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, Fat Man. I did overlook them a little bit because of their defense. You have to give them a chance in any game. The Bears. That's true. I got to be fair with that. They have the best defense in the league, so you have to give them a chance. I just don't see them going into New Orleans, and I don't think they can compete with that offense on the turf. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't think that their defense can be that incredible. And then Mitchell Trubisky in the playoffs, like Mitchell Trubisky against like Sean McVay and Jared Goff, like they're too young.
Yeah. So
last year I made the mistake. I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl last year, and they fumbled 3 times on special teams against the Atlanta Falcons and got beat in the first round.
Yeah. Here comes the kickoff in the end zone. I think he'll take a knee here. He will. So the Texans will probably run one play, and we'll go to the fourth. Let's take a look.
It's Marcus Mariota all day. I'm taking Marcus over Lamar Jackson.
I would too, because Lamar. I don't like Mariota, but I'm taking him over Jackson. Jackson to me is a classic run. He's almost a run-only quarterback. I am not a fan of Lamar Jackson. I know he's fun to watch. He's probably fun to play with on Madden. But not a guy I'd want as my quarterback. He is an injury waiting to happen.
That's like the wishbone over there. That's like Georgia Tech. You know, they're going way back.
Yeah. Here come the Texans. Griffin in motion. He's got Lamar to his right. And Lamar's going to bounce it outside, and he continues to have a good day. Nice 4-yard run there as the Titans are able to tackle.
Oh, so you're like, with Kirk Cousins, you like Kirk Cousins. Like, enough, right? You like Kirk enough, right?
I don't love Kirk Cousins. End of the third quarter, by the way. I don't love Kirk Cousins, but I think he's good enough with the pieces they have there to win a Super Bowl. I just don't think Minnesota has disappointed me this year. I thought they'd be much better, but I still am not completely off their bandwagon. If they could get things right, they're a team I wouldn't want to play in the playoffs.
The way you feel about Kirk is Marcus Mariota to me, I like him enough.
Kirk's better, though.
To lead the franchise, those two are neck and neck for me because Marcus can anticipate. He's a winner. He has the intangibles, and he's talented at throwing guys open. So I like the touch he plays with. He needs more confidence. He always gets injured. Kirk has a bigger arm. It's a really tough debate, but I'm like the same way on Kirk and Marcus.
No, that's a fair statement. Jared Goff's similar too to me. I think Jared Goff's in a perfect situation. He's a very good quarterback, but he's similar to Cousins for me. Let's take.
Yes, I agree with that. He is not a fast quarterback.
Let's take a quick look at the chat here. Bavit says live update: Ben McAdoo spotted at the Jacksonville airport. I don't know if he's serious about that.
Wow.
And Jazzy Prince says, I compromised. I'm listening to you guys on the treadmill. All right, there you go. Thank you for listening to us. Hopefully we are assisting you in your workout.
Chris, when I was like motivated to like lose weight, which I'm kind of still motivated. You're always kind of motivated. It depends if you do it or not, you know?
Right.
I listened to you and JC the first time that I ever, that you and JC collabed, and that's the first time I ever heard you, the entertainer.
Really? Oh, that was the one that we did on my channel, me and JC.
In the basement, on my treadmill, and I was like, this guy has a lot of talent. He definitely has a fake New York accent. But, and then the next day I called you on the phone. I spoke to you for like an hour, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man. I love both of you guys, too. I wouldn't do a joint channel with anybody. I think both of you guys know a ton about football. I think you guys bring a lot to the table. And I really think if this channel... It's like any channel. It takes a little time to take off, but when it does, I think this channel is going to blow up. And I think people are really going to enjoy the content.
Were you nervous when you first had the JC? What was the first JC encounter like, honestly, compared to recent encounters?
My first JC encounter, of course I was new. I've only been doing this for 7 months. And I was new. I was trying to get established, because I was more of a basketball channel when football started, because I was doing the Knicks with the summer league and the draft and everything. And I reached out to JC on Twitter. By the way, let's get back to this for a second. Watson in the shotgun. He's got Miller to his left, man in motion. And Watson's going to play action pass. He's looking. Titans are going to get... Ooh, what an athletic play! As he throws up his back foot as he hits Miller for a 5-yard gain. But, yeah, you know what? I'll wait. I'll wait till we have a commercial break to talk about the JC story. 14:45 to go in the fourth as the Texans are trying to close out this game.
Man, I can't wait for the draft. It's moving to national television, or it's moving to ABC from ESPN.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I mean, they're owned by Disney, but here we go. This is huge. I think the Titans can do this. Let's see them get stout.
Here we go. Watson coming out under center. I formation, got Blue in the backfield. He's going to hand to Blue, and the Titans come up with a big stop as they're trying to get into this game. Big stuff there by Evans, the linebacker. As the Titans trail by 10, they're trying to get back into this game. 14:08 to go on the clock. Clock ticking. Mike Vrabel's all jacked up on the sideline.
I knew they could do it. Mike Vrabel's a guy's guy, man. He's an alpha. He's an alpha in Tennessee. That's what he is. He's a presence.
Yes, yeah, I love Vrabel. Here comes the punt. Punt is away. Good hang time on this one. It's going to go all the way to the... He calls for a fair catch at the 18. So I'll get back to the JC story real quick. Well, let's see if they go to commercial timeout. They didn't. All right, we'll wait till they go to commercial timeout.
All right, yeah. Ronaldo says I'm hating on African-American quarterbacks. I love Deshaun Watson. So.
Oh, good I got to change the quarter. Good call there. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, you don't hate on African-American quarterbacks either. Deshaun Watson's a black quarterback.
Who said that? Who said you're hating on black? Oh, Ronaldo?
Well, he's saying we hating on him. But
my favorite quarterback in the league, other than Eli Manning, is Cam Newton. So I don't hate on black quarterbacks. I love Cam Newton.
Right.
I just don't like quarterbacks. I didn't like Manziel because of that same reason. He's a scrawny quarterback who runs. I think that's a guy who's going to get hurt.
I was too young to really take into. I bought the Manziel hype.
Here comes Titan. He's going to hand off to Henry. Henry's going to get stuffed for no gain as Clowney comes up with a big tackle. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Can't run the ball.
Yeah. I think to play the way that I guess he's referring to Lamar Jackson. I think to play the way Jackson does, you have to be built like a Cam Newton, because you can't hold up. You're gonna get injured when you're built like that, taking hits like that.
But he just has he doesn't have the arm strength that I see, like the potential even to be great. You know, like RG3.
Same thing.
His arm talent was unbelievable.
But he was scrawny, and he took hits, and he got hurt.
That first year in Washington, wow.
Here comes Mariota, shotgun formation. Back to pass, and he's going to hit Lewis in the flat for about a 2-yard gain. Nice tackle there.
I didn't like the call, or that's the difference. Deshaun Watson would not have checked it down. He would have waited for a big-time play.
Yeah. No, you're right about that, Bavis. He doesn't have Lamar's speed, but I never hope for injuries, and I'm not. I hope Lamar is the greatest career of all time. But if I was in Vegas right now and they gave me an over-under in terms of years this guy's going to go without having a serious injury and they said 4, I would take the under. You cannot play the way he does, built the way he is, and not get hurt, in my opinion. Mariota coming out, shotgun formation, and a fumble! J.J. Watt gets to him, and the Texans are going to come up with it. Well, let's see if they hold the fumble. But J.J. Watt, still, in my opinion, still as good as they come out on the defensive side of the football. What a play.
It's got to be. Wow, I think it's Houston football, and I'm even a Titans fan. The Titans wrestled it away from them.
The Titans wrestled away. They get a little lucky there. 12-12 to go.
They do. If you watch this, the Houston Texans guy had the football.
What a move by Watt as he just uses and abuses Smith, the tight end of the Titans.
You can't put a tight end on Mr. Watt.
What a beast.
The disrespect. J.J. Watt listening to Fort Minor, staying up all night in the stadium doing his thing.
All right, Pavi, thank you for tuning in, my man. Punt is away. The Texans will field it at the 33, and he's going to get hit at the 39. So they'll start out 1st and 10 at their own 39 as Houston tries to put this one on ice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. J.J. Watt. You like J.J. Watt, or you think he's a try-hard?
I love J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt's awesome.
Yes. Watt, he has, like, the Bane, like, stuff that he wears.
He's a beast.
On his, he's one of the great ones. He's definitely a Hall of Fame talent.
Yeah. I mean, off the top of my head, the best DNs I've seen in my life, he's right there. I mean, Strahan's up there as well. Ware's a very good one from the Cowboys. Reggie White, Peppers.
Briggs is not really a defensive end. I'm trying to I know a couple of good defensive ends. Dwight Freeney.
Dwight Freeney was very good. Who was the other guy in the Colts? They had a good duo there.
Mathis.
Yes, Mathis was good as well. Oh, of course, Von Miller.
Yes.
Yeah, Von Miller.
Doomerville.
Doomerville's very good.
Let's name the Jets. Let's name the Jets, guys. Is there any Jets pass rushers?
Abraham.
Ooh, what? Jonathan Abraham? Is that his name?
John Abraham. Yeah.
Oh my God, he went to the Saints. Was great there too.
Falcons. He went to the Falcons.
Yes, he did. Falcons. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
And then the Bucks. Oh, Warren Sapp.
Yeah, well, he was a D tackle, but yeah, still very good pass rusher.
Yeah, D tackle at rushing the passer.
Khalil Mack.
Yes. Let's keep listing and let's keep it in the NFC. We listed Peppers already.
Yeah.
Saints really haven't had.
I got one for you. I mean, he was a linebacker, but he had like a 20-sack season. He's dead now. Derek Thomas of the Chiefs was a very good pass rusher.
Probably a little before my time.
Yeah, he was great. He had several double-digit sack seasons. One of them was 20. I think if I'm not mistaken, he might have been the guy that held the single-season sack record before Strahan broke it.
How about McGinnis? Was he a edge rusher?
Not sure on that one.
I think Seymour was a defensive tackle. Richard Seymour.
Yes, he was. Aaron Donald, D tackle, Fat Matt, but yes, of course, fantastic.
Yes.
Of course.
JPP.
Yeah, JPP, OCU Manure, Justin Tuck. We have a plethora of them.
We have one, Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews, great pass rusher, very athletic.
Beast.
Yeah.
Beast linebacker in the 3-4.
Oh, I missed my JC story. Goddamn. Next commercial break here. All right, Texans coming out, shotgun formation.
It's lingering.
11:39 to go.
Whatever happened to Julius Thomas?
Titans with a 4-man front. They come with it, and Watson's going to hit a man out in the flat to the 40. Goes to the 46. Going to have a 2nd and 4 coming up.
That was a huge play to obviously recover the fumble. It was pretty big. I mean, the fact is you're probably going to need 2 touchdowns anyway if you're Tennessee. And man, oh man, it's not looking good. They just got to get off the field right here. The Texans just ball control. That's fine. Keep letting the clock run.
Handoff to Miller. He's going to pick up about 2. We'll have a 3rd and 2 coming up. There's a big play here by the Titans. They have to get a 3 and out. They cannot let this clock continue to tick.
Correct.
10:58 on the clock, and it is ticking. Vrabel looks like a man on fire. 27-17, Houston leads here in the 4th. And looks like they're having the little shift there. I guess they changed the play. Empty backfield here for Watson. You always got to be wary of the way he can run with the football. Let's see what happens here. Titans showing a 4-man front, and they send 4. Here comes and he's gonna hit him over the middle. That's a 1st down for Demaryius Thomas.
Huge.
Thomas already with a touchdown in this game comes up with a big catch there.
And Deshaun Smiling, huge play. What do you think of Mike Vrabel?
I love him. I love Vrabel.
I just don't know if he brings anything to the table, X's and O's wise.
Yeah, I just like him. I don't know if he's a good coach or not. I just like him a lot. He just looks like a guy that I would like.
Exactly, yeah.
Here comes Watson under center.
Play action time, baby. I'm telling you, maybe.
Watson calling an audible. Let's see what he does. Here comes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Miller's going to cut to the left. He's going to cut back to the center. He's going to pick up 2. I agree with that, Cole. You got to try to milk some clock here.
There are certain guys in football or there's certain leads in football. Like if your team's up by 8, I feel so comfortable. If I'm the Texans being up 10, I'm so comfortable.
Right. No, like, I agree. Especially against this team. Being
up 13 is even more uncomfortable than being up 10, actually, for some reason.
Why?
Because of the touchdowns.
Because they would go for a touchdown. Play action pass. Watson gets almost sacked. He gets out of it. He's going to run. He's going to go. 35. He might go all the way. 20. 15. He cuts back to the 12. And a huge run there by Watson. There's a fumble. They ruled him down.
Fumble? Take your chance if you're Tennessee.
They ruled him down, I think.
Wait, let's see.
They're hurrying in the line of scrimmage because they don't want to give him a chance to challenge. Ooh, it was coming out. They got to throw the flag. They did. I think this is
nicely done. You got to do it.
I think this is going to be a fumble. That ball was starting to move.
Holy. And Tennessee recovered?
And Tennessee was a clear recovery. That ball was starting to move.
Nicely done, Mike Vrabel.
We got 8:44 to go. I don't know if anybody's still
in the chat.
I don't know if anybody's still in the chat.
I'll tell you, it's coming out. I'll tell you.
It's definitely coming out. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's rocking. It's close.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have possession there. That ball was rocking. Byard hits him with the shoulder. This should be a fumble.
Oh, his elbow's almost down.
That's a fumble. That's a fumble.
I
don't know if anybody's still in the chat. We might just be yelling at each other. Fat Matt's there. What's going on, Fat Matt?
And these 14 people are like bots somewhere.
Yeah.
But dude, usually I get people from Germany, like Austria. They don't even speak English in the chat with me.
Yeah.
It's like 3 people in the chat.
But anybody new to the channel, I like to say it. Just hit that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. We've had a great time tonight calling the game. You guys have been great. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm happy we're back from Thanksgiving. It's like you can kind of get back in the routine.
Exactly. Yeah, Thanksgiving kind of broke it up a little bit, but we're back into it. As we said
earlier. We are back, and I can't wait for these previews.
All right, commercial is the showing the nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. Burger King.
Come on, man. JC story. Real quick, give it to me.
Yeah, I'm nothing much to tell, but when I was trying to get my channel established for the football, I reached out to him on Twitter, and at the time I got like 300 subscribers, maybe a little more, but not maybe 600-700 subscribers. And he's, of course, he's a very established channel, great channel. And I love this channel, even though he's a Jets fan, I give him a pass. But I saw his channel when I was getting into YouTube because I was a big Baker Mayfield fan. So I looked up his draft preview for Baker Mayfield. I was like, this guy, he knows his stuff. So I reached out to him. Within 15 minutes on Twitter, he messaged me back right away. He's like, let's do a collab, let's work together. And ever since we've been working together, now we got a channel together with you. And it's great.
Yeah. No, I love this channel. It gives me it's like a great dynamic kind of to life. And I mean, you really can map out your whole week. Like Thursday night, guys, I'm going to be doing the Cowboys and the Saints game, and it's a big accomplishment doing a live stream. It really is.
I'll tell you, live streams might not seem like it's, like you're just watching the game and talking, but it takes a lot out of you. I'll say that. I did 2 the other night, and I was exhausted because you constantly got to worry about the chat. You got to focus on the game. It's a lot of work that goes into a live stream, but I do enjoy doing them.
No, Chris, I'll be honest. I have trouble coming up with conversation topics. Even when I'm out at a club, with a girl or something, I have trouble
picking
things to say, dude. And I mean that sincerely. So yeah. The chat actually really helped. No!
They didn't call it a fumble?
They didn't! I think it's a terrible call.
What? How do these guys get paid? How do these guys get paid? Oh my God, that's a clear fumble.
8 minutes and ticking here. Can't let him get in the end zone.
That's a disgrace.
Hit him.
Watson under center. He's got Griffin in motion. Miller in the backfield. He's going to hand to Miller.
It's possible. You just obviously got to get a stop, but it's possible.
Miller gets about 2. We got 8:37 to go on the clock. 27-17 Houston. Have I had goat? Yes, I have, actually, Ronaldo. I had goat when I went to an Indian restaurant near my house, and I had goat.
You like Indian food?
Yes, I do. Here come Watson.
Exotics.
Here come Watson under center. Play action pass. He's going to roll out, and he's going to throw on the run, and a touchdown to Demaryius Thomas. Put it on the board. Let me put it on the board. And the Texans really are starting to pull away here.
What a ballsy call. I love the play action call again. They fooled everybody, and what a throw on the run from this kid, Deshaun Watson.
So what were you going to say about Indian food?
You're just the exotic guy that likes Indian food. It's too spicy. I can't really get into it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's like my favorite cuisine, but yes, I do like Indian food. I like spicy food in general. I've had some interesting things. I've had gator before. I've had rabbit. I've had deer. I've had...
All in New York or elsewhere?
Gator was in Florida.
Where in Florida have you been to crazy places in Florida, or just like the South Florida, Miami area?
I've never been to Miami, actually. Here comes the snap for the extra point. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. 34-17 Texans. 8:15 to go as Tennessee again trails by 3 possessions. I've been to Orlando like 30 times. When I was a kid, my mom used to take me to Disney World every year. But I've been to a girl I used to date. They had a timeshare in South Florida, near Sanibel Island. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was called Captiva Island. It's a small island, beautiful place. You swim with like wildlife, not like you're at SeaWorld, like you're in the ocean and dolphins are swimming with you. Manatee popped right up. It was a really nice place.
Scary? Any sharks?
Yeah, actually, I went there because I dated this girl for like 5 years, so we'd go every year with her family. And 1 year, because the water's very clear there. It's not like Long Island where I'm from, where you can't even see your feet when you step in the water. It is crystal clear. And yeah, I was about to go in, and I see everybody running out. There was a hammerhead. It was a baby. It was about 3-footer that was right on the shore.
Oh my freaking God!
Yeah,
like Jaws.
Yeah, I mean it was only a 3-footer. It was a little baby, but yeah.
But it still scared you. Well, JC, when you talk to JC next, he's crazy. He swims with sharks.
Now, our Long Island beaches are brown. Fat Matt is right. Ronaldo Island says, "Damn, entertainer, you're the bear after all this going on." Yeah.
I go to the Jersey Shore, or I go to Margate and Ocean City.
Yeah, I never been to the Jersey Shore. Never been. I should go. I've been to Atlantic City several times, but.
Right, that's kind of near there, but it'll be fun. We'll probably go in the summer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nah, but that's crazy. JC swims with alligators and sharks in Florida.
But can't eat rare meat. Kids, weird fam. I mean, you ate goat, you said. That's pretty rare, Ronaldo. You don't get much rarer than goat. You ever see a goat's eyes? You look into a goat's eyes, it's like the rectangles. It scares the hell out of me.
No.
Yeah, next time you see a goat, look into its eyes. You'll have nightmares for weeks.
Probably not going to see a goat anytime soon.
Well, go to the farm. You got to have a farm near you.
All right, I'll do it. Just for Ronaldo?
Just for Ronaldo.
Field trip. Just for Alan. This crazy kid that I YouTube chat with, you know? Even when I tell people I live stream games, it's like nobody takes it serious. Like, no one even understands what it means.
It's a lot of fun. Houston.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, man.
Houston leads 34-17. 8:15 to go as they kick off to the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the Giants play the Chicago Bears this week, entertainer, because, like JC said, Eli Manning can't play against, Eli Manning doesn't do well against good defenses, and finally we have a great defense that he can do well against,
We'll find
it's like
out.
a playoff team. It's a playoff team. It's a great test. If we beat the Eagles yesterday, we still wouldn't be getting respect.
We'll find out. We'll see.
If we beat the Chicago Bears, we get respect.
There's a touchback, by the way. Titans will start with it on their own 25. And yeah, Fat Man, I'll comment on that in a second. Shotgun formation for Mariota. He's got Dion Lewis to his right.
Balls to the wall time. Balls to the wall. The Titans are eliminated from the playoffs if they lose this game, pretty much, unfortunately.
Lewis gets wrapped up by McKinney, picks up about 3.
By the way, what I was going to say, oh my gosh, I forgot. But the Titans could still get 10-6, actually.
Yeah, I don't.
Are you kidding me?
Titans drop back to pass. Mariota throwing.
Wait. He hasn't missed a throw tonight?
Yeah, he was 16 for 16 last I checked.
Holy shit. And they're losing by 30. They're losing by I've never seen that.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be a hold.
I've never seen a quarterback.
No, I'll tell you where I've seen it. I mean, maybe there's a hold, by the way. They're going to back him up 10 yards.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the Giants do it all the time. Not that Eli's perfect every game, but there's a lot of games where he does the checkdowns and he's like 16 for 19 and the Giants are down 16 points.
Hey, Mariota's playing well, though. Jeez, what a terror. I mean, what did they have? How many points did they have on the board? 17?
Mariota hit on 2 big plays. He had a 61-yard touchdown early in the game, and then he hit that other one earlier.
All right, now's the game. And also, the offensive line's embarrassing right now for the this is embarrassing.
Shotgun formation, Mariota back to pass, and a blitz.
Embarrassing.
Mariota's going to run with it. It looked like a hold. They didn't call it. Mariota picks up 8, and they got to go for it at this point, I think.
I think David might be related. He might be a friend of JC's. I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's confirmed.
Yeah, I'm going to get to those questions in a second. I just want to see
these are good questions.
Yeah, I just want to see what the Titans do here.
What do you do, Chris?
I think you got to go for it. You're down 17 with 7 minutes left. I don't care that you got the ball. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? They're punting?
Towel thrown.
They punted away on a 4th and 8. What a bunch of pussies. Here comes the return from the 22. He's going to get tackled at the 26 4-yard gain. Okay, to the chat. Fat Matt first said, I still find it weird how the Packers blew out the Giants in the wild card game in 2016. Yeah, well, the Giants were coming in hot, but one thing I will say about that Giants team, Fat Matt, that Giants team played a cupcake of a schedule that year. They really weren't, to me, they weren't that talented. They had a good defense, very good defense the second half, but they beat up on a bunch of really weak opponents, and every good team they played, they lost that year. They went 11-5, but they beat a lot of weak teams that year.
Yeah, I can actually name every team they played that year during that run.
Well, they beat the Browns, I remember, like 9-6.
No, I'll tell you. Let me tell you each game, all right? So we beat the Baltimore Ravens. Do you remember the game where Odell had the 4th and 5 catch where he streaked across the field?
Yep. By the way, hand up to Miller, picks up 4.
That was maybe his best game. And then after Baltimore, we played the LA Rams in London with Case Keenum, and that's when you thought Case Keenum sucked. Remember?
If I remember correctly, we barely won that game.
And that was 17-10. We sucked.
Yeah.
Guess who we played after the bye? This is, I think, the last time we beat this team.
Who?
Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles. Oh, yeah.
You remember we won that game? Carson Wentz threw those picks early in the game.
Yeah. Well, that was his rookie year, right?
Then we played the Bengals. Oh, wow.
Watson coming out, empty backfield, and he's going to... Wow! A little hide and seek there as he's about to get sacked, and he hides behind the line of scrimmage and bursts out for a 5-yard gain. Watson has been great with his legs tonight.
21-19, we beat the Bengals, right, on Monday night. Very weird game, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that one.
I do remember, yeah.
And then you finally get to the Browns game that you talk about. So 6 straight wins. Then we went to Pittsburgh. I thought Eli, even though he threw terrible picks, he played well in that Pittsburgh game.
Yeah. Well, Eli that year did not play that well, but he had his moments. And he actually played a lot better than the stats suggest in that playoff game against Green Bay. The Beckham dropped a ton of balls. The receivers, because they went on that boat trip, they played horrible.
Like everybody...
Watson back to pass in the shotgun. He's got plenty of time. He's going to sling it for a first down. And the Texans are starting to wear the clock out. Let's just get back.
Sean Watson is so good, and there's so many quarterbacks this year that can win MVPs. Russell Wilson could win an MVP with the way he's playing this
Ronaldo, season. I'm not that short. I'm just leaning back. But no, I'm 5'11", Ronaldo, 5'11".
Doug Lass is my friend, man. He wants to smoke a blunt with me. That's his dream. And Doug Lass is a king. So you have Lass and Ronaldo.
Lass, what's going on? Yeah, I've seen Lass in the stream a few times. And he called you the man, the myth, the legend.
Doug is a rover, for sure.
So Watson on the center is going to hand to Alfred Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Picks up about 3. We'll have a 2nd and 7.
Well, the thing about I hate how people say that the Hail Mary defined the game, because you remember Tavares King or who was that guy King that we had? Remember we hit that? Remember Green Bay went for it on 4th and 1, and then we hit the post route on him the next play?
Yep.
And we were within 1, and then Aaron Rodgers went apeshit on us.
Yeah, but that Hail Mary really took a lot out, because the Giants outplayed them so much in that first half that game shouldn't have even been close at halftime.
Oh my God, the defense was amazing, and then we had no gas in the second half.
Yeah,
we were shot in the second half. But I was happy. Do you remember we almost played Seattle that year, and I was happy we drew Green Bay?
Yeah, so was I. You didn't want to go to Seattle.
By the way, I was already looking at that. We were going to go to Dallas after we owned the Cowboys. I was feeling that. Were you at the Cowboys-Giants game when we won 10-7? That was a fun game.
I was not.
Our defense was balling, though. That was a hell of a defense, though, man.
Oh, great defense that year. There's a timeout on the field, by the way. Looks like an injury for the Titans. And
Dory Jackson.
And the Texans picked up about 5 on that run. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1.
The team is it's a talented team, but this team should be a little bit better than they are. It's a talented team. I think they have to patch up their offensive line. I think
they need to patch up their quarterback. I know you don't. I'm not a Mariota guy.
Nah, I mean, there's so many other quarterbacks that I want to see go in the NFL. Ryan Tannehill, Andy Dalton, Derek Carr, like even Stafford. I'd rather see Stafford leave than Mariota.
Oh, I think Stafford's a much better quarterback. Much better.
But Stafford has had too much time. Mariota's still a young dude.
But Mariota's never going to be... He is what he is. He is what he is.
He could be pretty damn good if he gets more decisive, you know. He's going to be a good player.
He's decent, but I personally don't think he can win a Super Bowl. Just my take on it.
Very few guys can. I think Mariota's top 12 though in the league.
Fair enough.
Like, he could be Phillip Rivers. He's going to be Rivers. By the way, I'd also would keep Jameis Winston if he keeps playing. Like, I want to.
By the way, Doug, I'm very much on board with that, and me and Spencer have talked about that. I think Stafford might be the most overrated quarterback in football, but I still think he's better than Mariota. I think Mariota sucks. I'm not a Mariota fan.
Well, Stafford has arm talent. That's why you love him. But mentally, he's a mental midget, and he doesn't have heart. Even Mariota has a lot more heart. Mariota won that game in Kansas City last year.
No, you can't deny the facts.
Like, Mariota's just had success. Like, even in college, he was just fantastic. And Stafford pisses me off because he is so freaking talented. He pisses me off.
Yeah. Watson coming out here, empty backfield. Surprised it's on 3rd and 1, empty backfield. That's interesting. Here comes this.
How clutch is Deshaun Watson?
And he picks it up. That's pretty much gonna close this out. 3:25 to go.
We're with you. He is so damn clutch. Great question by Matt. Would you take Dak or Mariota?
Mariota. Dak to me, and I'm a little biased. I'm a Giant fan. Whatever, it is what it is. Dak to me is a backup quarterback. I don't even think he's a starting quarterback in this league. The guy is very limited with the throws he can make. To me, he's very similar to Mariota, but Mariota's better.
Well, remember, Mariota owned his ass on Monday night a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Dak doesn't have the difference between the two to me is Dak doesn't have as good a mobility as Mariota.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I mean, Dak's playing confident football, though, that he needs to play confident if he's going to hang in the NFL, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think of Trubisky? Do you like? I mean.
I'll tell you. I was not a fan of his, but the more I see him play, the more I like him. The more I see Trubisky play, the more I like him.
He's throwing these deep balls. His arm is underrated, but it's still not a great arm.
He's in a very good system too. I mean, Nagy's great offensive mind over there.
Oh yeah, he's similar skill set to Deshaun Watson. He's just a less Deshaun Watson.
Here comes the Texans. Watson under center.
And they killed it. And this is what great teams do. They kill games like this. This is what the Giants needed to do yesterday. These 8-minute drives they kill games. That's what you gotta love.
Yep. 2 minutes to go. They'll have they'll probably want it one more time, and then I suspect the Titans might use their timeout. They haven't used it yet.
David asked me what I thought about Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I think, is playing like he's doing okay with what he has. Like, we're still gonna have to wait and see, but he actually has the potential to actually be a good player in the NFL. I'm definitely, I'm really intrigued to see what the kid's gonna keep doing. Like, he's a fun player to watch.
Well, Josh Allen has all the tools. I mean, he does. He reminds me of Cam Newton. When I watch Josh Allen play, he reminds me of Cam Newton.
Or Carson Wentz, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he's nearly as polished as Carson Wentz, though, in terms of throwing the football.
He's not polished at all, and that's a problem.
Yeah, but he reminds me a lot of Cam Newton. But I don't know if he's going to be good. But he's that
big arm guys fail.
He's that type of quarterback, though.
Right, he could fail. He could certainly fail, especially in Buffalo. He can fail.
I'm not a fan of his. I don't think he will be a good quarterback, but I see why people like him.
Yeah, I am definitely not going to judge one way or another. On Lamar Jackson, I could easily judge.
I want no part of Jackson if I'm a coach. And I said it months leading up, and you know how much I love Mayfield. And he looks like the real deal. Mayfield, to me, was the only sure thing in last year's draft at the quarterback position. And people bashed the Browns for taking him. I applauded it. I thought they showed balls. I thought they picked the right guy, and it looks like they're being proven right.
Yeah, the chat brings up great points. I think Doug Lass likes Josh Allen more than Sam Darnold, and I am the same way. I'm more Josh Allen than Sam Darnold, and you certainly are not. You like Sam Darnold.
I like Darnold more than Josh Allen, yeah. Because, well, to be honest with you, I don't love either one. I did not want the Giants taking a quarterback. I see why people like both of those quarterbacks, but to me, they're both projects. Neither one is a sure thing. And I was thrilled when we didn't take a quarterback because the only guy I wanted was Baker. I was thrilled.
Yeah, and I like Davis Webb. I still wanted him to get the shot, but I wasn't a fan of Josh Rosen because he didn't really win in college, and I really want a great leader and a quarterback, and I wasn't sure Rosen was that leader.
And I think Rosen would have been, especially when you play in New York, you have to take into account how the guy's going to handle the media. And I think Rosen would have handled it terribly. I was thrilled that we didn't take Rosen. I thought he would have been a complete disaster. And I know JC wanted him. I thought he would have been a complete disaster for the New York Jets. I thought he would have handled the media terribly. I don't like his attitude. Here come the Texans back to pass. And Watson's going to get sacked. But the Titans got to use a timeout here, right? You can't give up yet.
Why are you throwing, though?
Yeah, stupid. Very stupid. But they used the timeout.
You're going to injure your quarterback. But Josh Rosen, man, I just didn't like his I still think he's a pretty good player, but his personality, it just has to be a great fit. And, he is just too controversial. You have people saying he's a bad teammate. It was too much hot water there. But his skill set is so much better than Sam Darnold's that I don't really know. I didn't like any of the quarterbacks either. I think Herbert is so much better. I think Tua is better. Even Drew Lock is kind of like Josh Allen, but Herbert is better than any of these dudes.
What I think happened is the Jets. The reason here we go. Here's the punt. I'll wait till the punt. Punt is up and it's gonna be fair court at the 9. So Titans will start at their own 9. This game's over, but let's see if they get a garbage time touchdown for you fantasy players out there. What was I going to say? What were we talking about? I'm sorry. I'm focused on
We were talking about Sam Darnold. No, we were talking about the Jets and their decision to move up.
Yes. Once the Jets traded up and they gave away 3 second-round picks, they had to take a quarterback, no matter what. And I think they made that trade thinking that Mayfield would definitely be there. I legitimately think the Jets wanted Mayfield. I really, really, really think that. And they really thought he was going to fall to them at 3. That's why they made that trade to guarantee they'd get him. And then the Browns surprised everybody.
And listen, there was no doubt about it. I watched the Jets War Room, and they took Sam Darnold because it was the peer pressure move. They completely wanted Baker Mayfield, and they panicked to take Sam Darnold because everybody told them to take Sam Darnold.
I still can't say it's a bad pick. He's 20 years old.
It's like Markelle Fultz, though, with the NBA. How it was a peer pressure decision. And it's weird because if the Jets didn't take a quarterback right, then the fan base would have still hated it.
Yeah.
You know what's the problem? You got to, on draft night, I think you got to trade on draft night because then the Jets would have stayed at 6.
Well, let's be fair. If the Jets wanted a quarterback, if they stayed at 6, that draft could have been completely different. The Bills could have jumped up, made a trade to jump them to get a quarterback. The Cardinals could have jumped the Jets, knowing that the Jets were taking a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Jets did it. They said if we sit at 6, we're not guaranteed to get a quarterback because teams knowing the Jets are going to take a quarterback might be like, okay, we got to jump the Jets to get one. So that's why the Jets did it.
And of course, who the hell knows what we would have done?
Right. Mariota throws, he's going to... Well, I knew the Giants were taking Barkley from the start. I mean, not from the start, but...
Oh, I was not so sure. I was not sure about Gettleman. I was scared about, Josh Rosen. I was really scared about him, honestly. And I thanked my lucky stars we took Saquon Barkley as well.
Mariota just hit a couple... Mariota's getting garbage time.
I was thrilled that we took Saquon Barkley.
Oh, yeah, he's a stud. Mariota's
going to be a wonderful, wonderful player for us for years to come. He's going to help us win playoff games.
And and fumble. Texans got it. Game over. All right. So we'll talk a little broad football maybe for a couple more minutes. And, then we'll call it a night.
Absolutely. It was fun being on for the second half, man. Thanks so much for having me.
It's your channel. What are you talking about? Thank you for joining me on our channel. Let's take a look here. They wanted Baker, as did the whole fan. But, yeah, Baker Mayfield, let me tell you something. He would have been beyond perfect for the New York Jets. You couldn't have drew a better script. And as a Giants fan, I don't root against the Jets. I always root for the Jets. I have a lot of friends and family members that are Jet fans. And I was hoping that he went there. Because I really thought he was the guy that would bring you guys a championship. And I'm not so sure Darnold's going to be able to do it.
Because Darnold is soft where Baker Mayfield is not.
Baker Mayfield is perfect. He's perfect. When I judge a quarterback, he has every intangible that I'm looking for. He has mobility. He can throw on the run. He's got a strong arm. He's got tremendous accuracy. And he's such a great leader. I know he's got his issues with, he runs his mouth every now and again. But that guy, he's the type of guy that if I was on his team, I'm running through a wall for that guy. And that's what you want in your quarterback.
I couldn't agree more. He was an amazing leader, and he steps up for the big games. Like at Oklahoma, every single time he would step up. His arm talent is ridiculous. The confidence, he makes everybody on the field better. I think the Browns made a wonderful decision taking him number 1. It was a ballsy decision because the guy is a 6-foot walk-on quarterback. And I'm just so happy I'm happy though for Cleveland. And Baker, he definitely embodies the Jets' underdog mentality of being little brother. And him and Jamal Adams would have been the best pairing in New York for a long time.
The other thing I didn't like about Darnold, and there's little things, but if I was a coach or a scout analyzing this, during the workouts, every one of the other 3 guys in the combine do every activity. Darnold sits out. You see Mayfield showing balls, going out there competing, and I want that in my quarterback. I don't want one of these guys. Oh, I'm scared my draft stock's gonna drop 3 or 4 spots if I don't throw the ball far enough or I don't run quick enough. Enough. If you're good enough, go and prove it. And I didn't like that in Darnold. I didn't like seeing that. It showed that he was scared, and I didn't like that.
Exactly, man. You don't shy away from competition, and I'm guilty of that in basketball sometimes, of wanting to sit out when a game's getting really, really freaking good around you, and you don't have that killer instinct. And then Sam Darnold's acting like, oh, well, I really wanted to do it, and of course I'd like to throw. You got to prove that you're the better guy than these other dudes, and he's just a quiet Southern Cal guy. And when you watch him, he's a fidgety quarterback. Everything about him is fidgety. He's not really a loud leader. And for some reason, he's not a lead. There's some quiet guys like Eli, I think Mariota. There's some guys that are quiet that kind of can lead by example.
But I want to stop you there because I don't
lead by example guys that are still great quarterbacks.
I want to stop you there though because you mentioned the quiet thing, and Eli was the epitome of quiet. And this kid, we still have to remember. And I know you want to jump down Darnold's throat. We still have to remember the guy's 20. Okay, he's 20 years old on a team with a bad offensive line. They threw him in to start when he probably shouldn't be starting yet. And that we got to be fair. before we completely jump down the guy's throat. There are some things I've seen from Darnold that I like a lot. He has good mobility, much better mobility than I thought he had, and he does have a pretty good arm. I'm not saying he has a rocket, but he has the ability to throw on the run. He's athletic, but he still makes bad decisions. So he has a lot to work on. But am I closing the door on Darnold? By no means.
Yeah, I mean, closing the door. I mean, I'm not going to I'm pretty close to closing the door, but, like if I had to project, I would say no, just like you are doing the same with Mariota or something. Like, I would have to say no, but there's a possibility because he does throw with anticipation, and he has a lightning-quick release. So those are the only things that maybe he can do. But he doesn't have elite, like the ball just doesn't pop when I see him throw the ball like a Baker Mayfield throw. So
well, I always say it when we talk about Darnold, and I'm not saying he's as good.
His red flags to me all over the field.
He reminds me of Luck. He really does. I say that all the time. I don't think he'll ever be as good as Luck. I think Darnold was overrated from the start, but he reminds me of Luck, the way he plays, and I could see him being a good quarterback. I don't think he'll ever be a great quarterback.
But you can also see him not being good.
I mean, you could say that about any quarterback. Baker could still not be good.
And he was throwing all these picks this year, too.
But you expected that.
Not seeing people.
You got to remember, he's 20 years old. He's 3 years younger than Baker. He's got Todd Bowles as his coach. He couldn't coach through a paper bag as far as offense goes. He doesn't have a speck of offensive creativity. He's got no offensive line. He doesn't have a number one wide receiver on his team. I mean, look at the weapons that Baker has compared to him, right? He's got Jarvis Landry, Njoku's a talented tight end. He's got Duke Johnson, who's a good receiver out of the backfield. So you also got to take all that into account. Baker's in a much better situation, and he's much older. I'm still much more pro Baker, but we got to be fair.
Well, Baker doesn't really have a great coach either. He is Greg Williams, who was a terrible coach with the Buffalo Bills.
No, that's fair. I mean, Greg Williams is more of a defensive mind anyway, right?
Yeah, you have Freddie Kitchens over there. But, yeah, you have Robbie Anderson. But you're right. It is like Jeff Fisher, with Todd Bowles. Like, you're 1,000% right. And I didn't see Jared Goff being a great quarterback either because I didn't like the way he threw the ball. I didn't like that he had small hands. I worried about his arm strength. And also he has no escapability, Jared Goff. Zero.
Yeah. G-Man asked
Jared Goff, I'm just not a huge. I just don't really like his style of play, but he was unbelievable with Sean McVay, and he just was deadly accurate and proved me wrong. So
G-Man asked this one's on Extreme. I'm gonna be on my channel tomorrow. I'm gonna be live with. Oh, I think tomorrow. I'm not 100% on this. I haven't talked to Bad Dog today, but I'm pretty sure our show's gonna be tomorrow, because I think he said he was busy Wednesday. And Spencer will be live. Spencer's going to be doing every Thursday night game solo on this channel. So Spencer will be live on this channel this Thursday because our schedules don't match up. I work Thursday nights. JC works Thursday nights. So Spencer will do the Thursday night game on this channel. And then we're going to be doing it jointly every Sunday night and Monday night going forward. That's the plan. Where probably I'll be doing the play-by-play throughout. And JC will do the first half and Spencer will do the second or vice versa. So we're going to split up the halves for the color guy, and I'll be doing the play-by-play on Sunday and Monday nights. That's the plan going
forward. Sunday and Monday nights, and it's going to be a great time. And, I know that you're doing like a Sunday night with JC, and sometimes, like, I'm going to be on here the whole time.
Oh, good point. I don't mean to interrupt you. Good point. This Sunday, I guess you could do the solo on this channel. You could do it solo if you want.
Right.
This Sunday, JC's coming on my channel to do the Sunday night game. I'm doing the Giants against solo, but JC's coming Sunday night because we're trying to promote the channel. And we figure we'll get more viewers on my channel if we do it together. So JC's coming on my channel for Sunday Night Football. We're gonna stream the Steelers game, and so we're gonna do that. So I figure I'll help JC out, help his channel, help our channel. So he's coming to my channel. We're gonna do the Sunday night game this week on my channel.
Oh, it's going to be, I can't wait for Steelers and Chargers. And, of course, Cowboys-Saints is an elite game on Thursday Night Football. And you guys have to see our previews. You're absolutely going to love our preview videos. They're very entertaining.
Oh, yes. The preview video, and they're not getting a lot of views yet, which is unfortunate.
But you just sent it out. Did you just put it out?
No, I'm going to put them up tomorrow. I didn't have enough time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So how do you know they're not getting a lot of views?
Well, no, I'm saying the previous ones we put out.
Yeah.
Because
we got a lot of people in here right now.
Yeah. Do we? I don't even know. How many we got?
Yeah, I mean, we got 10 people watching, but we're up to 240. I mean, this thing,
So we picked up 5 subs tonight, I think. Or no.
It's taking off like a rocket, man. But the thing is, we're gaining momentum every single day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any channel. I mean, you got to put the work in. It's not going to just explode, even though it's a joint channel. Not everybody, you got to put the work in. It's like
soon we'll all have girls asking us out on that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if anybody who wants a good laugh, and probably a lot of guys were in here when I said it earlier, go to my live stream that I did the Giants this week, and what's his name? Stealth Raven, who's a great subscriber of mine, was nice enough to timestamp it. He put it in the comments. I think it's around the 4 hour and 57-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken. Go down to the comments. Stealth Raven, and I got to get the girl on the channel. Stealth Raven put it in the comments. He timestamped it. There was a girl who came on the channel, and she asked me out on a date. It was a really funny moment. It was really funny. Everybody in the chat got a good laugh out of it. So,
and she loves sport. If she loves sports, I can't wait to have her on. You know?
When you get a chance, you guys got to check that out.
Well, I hope she'll show her face on here.
Yeah, we'll see. She's a Cowboy fan, but we'll see.
Could be freaking destiny. Jazzy Prince is a huge Saints fan. Doug Last says that Mark Bolger is Jared Goff. I mean, Mark Bolger had that one year where he was amazing, but, Jared.
Yeah. I mean, you get a bunch of those quarterbacks who had good fantasy years. Bolger had a couple of big years, and what's his name also? The guy for the Texans, Schaub, was a pretty good.
Matt,
he was,
he had all those playoff years.
Yeah, he had three or four good statistical years, but
so long. But yeah, I knew that his arm was a noodle.
Mitch Trubisky equals Jay Fiedler. Douglas says Mitch Trubisky. I don't know about that.
I remember Fiedler too.
Actually, I got a good fact about Fiedler.
What?
Did you know that what's the other quarterback that the Dolphins had? It might not be him. It was Fiedler. There was No, there was another J, I think, in that era that was not very good. Was
it Pennington?
J something. Fiedler, and there was another.
I know Culpepper went down there.
No, you know what? I gotta look this up now.
Me too. Now we all do.
Yeah, you look it up. But whoever it is, it might be Fiedler, it might be somebody else. There was a quarterback around that era for the Dolphins that is stepbrothers with Anthony Mason.
You mean of the Knicks?
Of the Knicks.
Oh, he's an African American player. Fiedler's Jewish. It's probably not him.
No. That was the funny thing about it. It was a Jewish white guy, and I don't know if they're technically stepbrothers, but they grew up together because I think Mason came from a broken home.
A.J. Feely, Sage Rosenfels.
It might be. I think it's.
No, it's Fiedler, and he's from Long Island.
Yeah, type in Fiedler Anthony Mason, and it pops up.
Crazy.
Fiedler's family took Mason in, I think.
Dude, there's a lot of interesting cousins. You know who else is an interesting cousin? The guy on Georgetown. If you ever heard of Mac McClung, is cousins with
there you go. Yeah, Douglas just said it. Fiedler and Mason, best friends. But I'm pretty sure they took Mason in and he lived with them.
It's possible, kind of like a situation like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that is beast. Because Grayson Allen had the same thing. He took in a guy too.
Yeah. Jazzy Prince says Nate Peterman equals Nate Peterman. He might be the worst quarterback of all time.
Worst? Remember J.T. O'Sullivan?
Oh, yeah, for the Niners, right?
And how about freaking Skelton?
Oh, Skelton went to Fordham.
Yeah, baby! Fordham Bulls, right? Yeah, John Skelton.
Yeah, he went to Fordham.
I was always a Skelton fan, man.
Fordham Rams.
I was always a fan of Skelton.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You had Charlie Fry. Remember Seneca Wallace? There's so many classics from the early 2000s. You know?
Yeah, Fry played for the Browns, right?
Charlie Fry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! Nate Peterman. I don't know if he's the worst quarterback. I mean, you remember Trent Edwards?
All right. So G-Man just looked it up. I guess that's what it was. Fiedler's dad was Mason's basketball coach, and I guess that was the relation. But I remember watching a story where I think that, at least at some point in his life, Mason lived with them.
That's like Lombardi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Parcells coaching basketball.
Yeah. I actually got to meet Anthony Mason before he died. I was at a St. John's game, and his son played for St. John's, Anthony Mason Jr., and he was playing there at the time. So Mason was in the crowd. I went up to him. I got to talk to him for a few minutes. One of my favorite Knicks of all time.
You ever did you ever play, like, was Allen Houston one of your favorites?
Yeah, I like Allen Houston, but I was never a huge fan of his because, one, he set back the Knicks franchise a lot because the second time they brought him back, they signed him to a huge max contract, and they shouldn't have done it. Because as good of a shooter as the guy played no defense, and it ate up a lot of cap, and he only really produced for 2 years of that contract, and then he broke down. So it kind of hurt the franchise. I was much more of a Sprewell fan.
And Marbury. Oh, yeah, Sprewell was a fantastic player.
Yeah, I wasn't a Marbury guy, but I was a big Sprewell fan.
I gotcha. Yeah, that was an interesting team in 2004. That's when I really – and I don't know if that team had a lot – did they get to the postseason in 2004 and, like, 2005?
The Knicks, the first year Marbury was there, they made the playoffs. That was the only year they made it. They got the 8th seed. They got swept in the first round by the Nets, actually, when the Nets were really good. And
how about Van Gundy? Was he still there?
Van Gundy coached for the Knicks. No, he wasn't the coach then. When Marbury got there, it was I think it was Larry Brown. It was either Larry Brown or Lenny. Oh. Might have been Lenny Wilkins.
Lenny, old Lenny.
Yeah, it might have been Lenny Wilkins that year.
Yeah, the Heat rivalries. G-Men must be an old soul.
Yeah, Sprewell was the best, Douglas. To me, I always get into this debate with my friends, and to me, Sprewell was more of a Knick than Carmelo. And Carmelo's clearly the better player, but Sprewell, to me, when I think Knicks, I think Sprewell before Carmelo. I think Charles Oakley before Carmelo. I think obviously Ewing before Carmelo. I think Starks before Carmelo.
Yeah.
But
I just had to set up and kind of fix something here in my basement. But, you know, like, what was the Sprewell incident? Can you go back and educate me on that?
Yeah, that was before he was a Knick. He choked out his coach, P.J. Carlissimo, when he was with the Golden State Warriors. And that's what allowed the Knicks to get him. The Knicks took a shot on him, and it worked out. They obviously made the NBA.
That's why he also has he has no voice, P.J. Carlissimo, still.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you another guy that the Knicks took a chance on. How about this name? Zach Randolph was a troubled man himself.
Zebo, yeah, that was a bad trade. I mean, Zebo, that's what always happens to the Knicks. Zebo was talented on the Blazers. The Knicks traded, I think it was a first round, might have been more than one first round pick. I can't remember, but they got Zebo, and Zebo put up numbers as a Knick, but they didn't do anything. And then they got rid of him, and then of course he had all that success with the Grizzlies, and that's what always happens. The worst trade the Knicks made was McDyess. They gave up a first-round pick for McDyess, and the guy played like 30 games as a Knick because he got hurt immediately after the trade.
Really? When was this? When was McDyess on that team?
Right around a little before Marbury. Probably.
And then did they send him to San Antonio?
Yeah, he was with the Knicks for like 3 years.
But he was pretty good on San Antonio on those championship teams.
Well, he was great with the Nuggets. He was a tremendous talent early in his career. That's why the Knicks gave up a lot to get him. And then he was just an injury. He was injured his whole time with the Knicks.
Wow, it was Camby and McDyess. I never knew. That's way back.
Yeah. I'm a big Knicks fan.
Did you hate the Nets or the Celtics more? I hated Antoine Walker growing up.
I hate the Celtics. I don't even hate the Nets. The Nets aren't a good enough franchise for me to hate.
Jason Kidd, I liked that Nets team growing up. Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, RJ. That was my favorite team growing up. Kerry Kittles. That
was a fun team. That was a fun team.
Yeah. Todd McCullough. I mean, that was a really good team. And I hated the Celtics. Paul Pierce I hated growing up.
Oh, Paul Pierce, to me, I've never seen a player in my life do more with less. Because that guy, when you watched him play on a court, he didn't have great athleticism. You know, he was like this. He played like an old guy when he was young. But he always scored. He made the most out of what he had. I have a lot of respect for Paul Pierce, but I couldn't stand him, but he was a great player and very clutch.
Same. It's so interesting how guys are somehow able to do it. Like, Joe Ingles is one of those guys that I look at in the NBA that's amazing,
Yeah, not on Pierce's level, but I see what
I think James Harden is not blessed athletically.
I'm just looking at what G-Men said.
I'm shocked, James Harden.
Yeah, I'm looking at what G-Men said. Tina, you had to hate the Pacers. Oh, God. The Pacers, the Bulls, the Heat. Oh, that Pacers team, let me tell you. And I love all my teams. With the Mets, of course, I hated the Braves with John Rocker, Chipper Jones, that whole fiasco they had over there, Andres Galarraga, that whole team they had, Ryan Klesko. And as a Giants fan, of course, you hate the Eagles, you hate the you hate all the divisional rivals, the Cowboys, the Redskins. Yeah. But there was not a team since I've been watching sports that I hated more than that mid-90s Indiana Pacer team with Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson and Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Rick Smits. I couldn't stand that team. That team, oh. They always gave the Knicks fits.
Interesting. I didn't like the Cavs. I still don't really like them.
Oh, the Cavs, yeah. I mean,
I didn't like LeBron James and who was the one guy I freaking hated on the Cavs? Growing.
What year are you talking about? You had Anderson Varejao. You had
J.R. Smith. I still didn't like. When he would bury those threes.
Oh, I hate J.R. Smith. But exactly. If you're talking,
everybody loves J.R. Smith. I don't like him at all.
If you're talking early Cavs, early LeBron days, you got Anderson Varejao, you got Mo Williams.
Mario Chalmers was a guy that I would hate, or like Mike Miller and those guys on the Heat.
Yeah.
Chris Bosh when he went to the Heat. I
can't stand Chris Bosh. I can't.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. He's soft too.
Boobie Gibson. Yeah, he was with the Cavs too. Yeah, Ventora's a big basketball fan.
Surprisingly, that was a little likable. Ilgauskas is impossible to hate.
J.R. Smith hater here. Yeah. G-Men says he hated. Yeah, that Braves team. I don't know. Well, you're younger than me. You what year were you born?
94.
Yeah, so you're too young for this. But that Braves team in '99. Holy hell. There is not an athlete I hate more. Have you ever heard of John Rocker?
I have. He said some I know him because he said some racially insensitive things. That's why he was a closer. He was crazy. The Kenny Powers was about John Rocker.
Yes. And my God, did I hate that man. And whenever he came to Shea, you would see it on the TV. People would be throwing batteries at him from the crowd as he was entering the field to go on the mound to close out a game. People hated him. I couldn't stand him.
But he loved the hate?
Yeah, I guess he just got off to the fame of being the villain. And
how about when he saved games? What would he do?
He was just very,
bombastic?
Yeah.
Was he like a Jonathan Papelbon that you hate?
Yep. But even worse. That whole team, I can't stand the Braves.
It's so funny that you don't like Chipper Jones, though.
Well, Chipper Jones, I'll say this about Chipper Jones, okay? I hate him because he was a Brave, but Chipper Jones is a good guy, and he was a great baseball player. Chipper Jones might be, other than Mickey Mantle, the greatest switch hitter ever to play baseball. And he's arguably the greatest third baseman of all time. Mike Schmidt probably is, but he's second then. If it's not, Chipper Jones was unbelievable, and he used to tear the Mets up. And we would chant Larry because he didn't like hearing that because that was his real name every time he'd come to the plate. And and actually Chipper Jones, I don't know if you know this, because he owned the Mets so much, he named his first kid Shea after the stadium. His first kid, his first kid's name.
Man.
Yeah, his first kid's name is Shea, and he came out and said, "I named him after your stadium."
That is beast. You know what though? To me, the Atlanta Braves are a tragic team. Like they're like an Atlanta team that should have won more than one championship. When you have Tom Glavine and you have Maddox and Smoltz, like they to me are a heartbreak team that from Philadelphia. I can't hate on a team that kind of was a heartbreaking kind of team where they would lose to the Yankees and get deep into the playoffs, you know?
Yeah, I got a question from Douglas.
Didn't they have that center fielder like Andrew Jones?
Andrew Jones, Andrew Jones, another guy. He's one of Rafael Furcal, another guy I couldn't stand.
How about was Sheffield on that team?
Yeah, briefly. He that 1 year that Sheffield was there. Sheffield was there for maybe 2 years.
Oh, he had the best batting stance in all of baseball.
He was a Met too, you know. At the end of his career, he hit his 500th.
Best batting stance in all of baseball.
He hit his 500th career home run as a Met. But Gary Sheffield, that team, that Braves team, go back and look at it. I think it was 04, 05. That might have been the greatest lineup in the history of baseball. That Braves lineup that year was ridiculous. Every guy in that team had a career year. Gary Sheffield, Rafael Furcal, Chipper Jones had a monster year. That stat lineup that year was ridiculous. The 95 Indians is another lineup that is just stupid. Jim Tomei, Manny Ramirez, Albert Bell, Carlos Baerga when he was the best offensive second baseman in baseball, Sandy Alomar, who was a great offensive catcher, Travis Fryman, a great offensive third baseman, Omar Vizquel, a Hall of Fame shortstop. That team was stupid, the 95 Indians. I don't know how they didn't win.
Did they even win any playoff series?
Yeah, they made the World Series. They lost to the Marlins in the World Series.
Wow.
In '97, but that Indians team was dumb. It was the problem was they didn't have any pitching. They didn't have pitching.
I only watched them when Travis Hafner came about, so a little later.
Oh yeah, you're talking but the mid '90s. Go back and look.
Beast.
Go back and look at the numbers. That Indians lineup was ridiculous.
He does. You know a lot about baseball. Baseball, I think, used to be better. I just cared a lot more about it, the players and stuff. I just knew a lot more about it growing up.
Yeah, I love baseball. Baseball, I'm like Bad Dog. Me and Bad Dog talk a lot off camera, G-Men, and Bad Dog knows so much more about baseball than football. It's just that, he built his reputation on YouTube with football. But we're going to do streams where we talk baseball in season.
Yes.
Where we announce Met games.
Whoa!
Met games.
Whoa!
Yankee games.
Someone is watching over there. Someone's quiet over there.
Mr. Bad Dog in the house. What's going on, Bad Dog?
Bad Dog.
Love Bad Dog. Anybody who hasn't checked out Bad Dog, you got to check. I know we don't got a lot of people in here right now, but anybody that's in here, Douglas, maybe you don't know him because you're a Jet guy, you got to check out Bad Dog. Yeah, I love baseball. Big baseball fan, and I know Bad Dog is too.
Bad Dog's one of the coolest guys, man. I think that anybody, even like Iron Mike Tyson, would be nervous to go into Bad Dog's man cave there with the dim lights and everything. Like, I think he could be. I think he could choke out Steve Austin in that freaking cave with those dim lights and him all jacked up. It's an intimidating setting.
But when you talk to Bad
Dog,
when you talk to Bad Dog about baseball, that's my favorite thing to talk about him with because, and of course I love Giants. We talk Giants. Bad Dog, are we doing the show tomorrow, by the way? We doing the show tomorrow, Bad Dog? But when I talk baseball, I get excited. So I'm like, we got to do baseball shows because, I know he's a Yankee fan, but I just love talking to guys who know a lot about baseball because I'm passionate about the sport. I love the sport. And it's going to be really cool, I think,
I love the historic aspect of baseball where you're kind of educated on the sport.
Oh, yeah. I grew up loving baseball. I was good at baseball. That's the sport I was best at playing. And I actually, a fun fact, I pitched against Prince Fielder when I was 12 years old. I pitched against Prince Fielder. I only know that because his dad was there, who was a player at the time.
And what was the result?
Oh, he had a home run. Yeah, he was Prince Fielder back then was almost as big as he is now. He was a mammoth. He was a 13-year-old mammoth.
And he didn't pitch around him.
No, I pitched to him. Are you kidding me? It's Prince Fielder.
Did Prince do the pose that I love so much, like a golfer, That's the one thing I love about Fielder.
I honestly can't remember what batting stance he had, but his dad, of course, was a great player. He had a 50-home run season with the Tigers early in his career, and he played with the Yankees in the later stage of his career. I think he won a World Series with the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken.
I never knew how to do a curveball or anything in baseball, Yeah. I wish I could kind of do that.
Yeah.
No, it's a fun sport to play, but it's hard to get organized. Basketball is the only sport I really tee up right now with my friends, because it's just so much easier to play basketball.
Yeah, Jamie just asked me if I seen the Mets' new bench coach. I have not, Jamie. To be honest with you, I've been so entrenched with football because of a lot of work when you're doing Giants. A lot of people may just think you get in front of the camera and it takes 7 to 8 minutes to make a video. Those videos take, for me, especially the pregame videos, those take 3 hours, 2.5 hours, because you got to do research, you got to look up numbers. There's a lot of work that goes into those videos, and then the streams, of course, take a long time. So, to be honest with you, I'm behind on the baseball. I know that the Mets got the new GM who doesn't have a lot of experience, because no GM wanted to take the job. but
yeah.
Yeah.
The preview videos are are really difficult to do.
Yeah.
And even for us, like doing these previews here on Insomnia Sports. But I can't wait for tomorrow night with you and Bad Dog, because Pat Shurmur gave you guys so much material. And today he was asked about Kyle Lauletta. Like, this is going to be one of the most heated, I think, live streams tomorrow night with Bad Dog, because I really think Giants fans can have a beef with Pat Shurmur about the second half of this football game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's always fun when I have Bad Dog on. Tomorrow night I can't go to like 11:30 like we did last time because my neighbors, I don't want to keep them up. But I'm gonna try. I'm hoping Bad Dog we get on around 9:45, maybe 9:50. So we go to like 9:50 to like 11:05. And I think the show's gonna be dynamic. I think it's gonna be dynamite. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show tomorrow.
It's going to be a heated show. There's so much big picture to talk about now that the team's kind of eliminated from the playoffs a little bit. You just, you start thinking like in different terms because you're eliminated from the playoffs.
All right, he says you can do 9:45. All right, I'll set it up for 9:45. We'll go live. We'll go 9:45 to like 11. And yeah, if you're a football fan, I know, it's a Giant show, but if you're a football fan, you want to tune in because this guy has so much knowledge, and the show. We're not getting a ton of views yet because it's new, but this show I really think is going to explode. It's just a matter of when, because it's a great show. It really is.
Consistency of the show.
Yeah. Robinson Cano asked me. Yeah, G-Man, we're gonna do that, G-Man, on this channel. We're gonna do the spreads. And mock draft video, I'd like to do that. I'd like to do a joint mock draft video. That'd be a lot of fun. Where we each get the
Central. I think JC knows so much about the mock. You know what JC's so funny? He says he can't. He loves when football season is over. That's his favorite time.
I know.
He's crazy. He doesn't even love football season. He loves it better in freaking March and free agency. He's a freak. Who gets off to that?
Yeah. Oh, Bad Dog. Same with you, man. Of course, I love working with Spencer. I love working with Ian. That's why we did the channel. But yeah, I mean, Bad Dog is as good as they come. I love working with Bad Dog. Anytime I get a chance, I want to. There's a few YouTubers that I really enjoy, and he's one of them. You two, of course. Sim, of course, gave me a huge opportunity with Nothing But Knicks. Great dude. He's got a great show over there. CK2K, another guy I absolutely love. Big Knicks YouTuber. But yeah, there's a couple guys, and Bad Dog's one of them. He's great.
The Knicks is going to be fine.
Oh, yeah. But the Mets were in talks too. Well, I'm just taking a quick look here. I think this is the best part of the stream. I know we stream the football, but I just love just talking broad sports with our listeners. This is just fun.
I love BSing it. You know what we have to do? I want to do those movie reviews. Those are going to be so much fun.
You want to do movie reviews on here?
Like Tom Cruise. I'll go down the rabbit hole, and me and JC need to get caught up, man.
Yeah,
I felt so guilty. I didn't know any of those movies.
Yeah, Bad Dog. Bad Dog's he's a little older than me, and of course I'm older than you and JC. JC are in their low 20s. We were talking during the stream the other day, and we're talking about movies. And I said Tom Cruise is my favorite actor, and I know I get hell for that because he's crazy in real life. But I was running down all the movies this guy's made, and these guys don't know any of the movies. I'm running down all these classic Tom Cruise movies, and they don't know any of them. I'm like, it made me feel old.
Yeah, haven't been exposed really to them. Only maybe the real classics. It takes some time, but I'm going to need to go down the rabbit hole. Even of Seinfeld, I need to go back.
Yeah, and what was you guys hadn't seen outside of Tom Cruise, we were talking mobster movies. You hadn't seen Casino, you hadn't seen Goodfellas.
I have.
You saw Goodfellas?
Yes.
Great movie.
I haven't seen Pulp Fiction. That's a bad one.
You didn't see Pulp Fiction? My Cousin Vinny, right?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. I've never heard of that.
Yes, that was the thing.
Jean-Claude, whatever.
That was the thing. Bad
Oh,
Dog.
no!
Bad
He's
Dog.
getting me. He's sticking me with jabs and haymakers right now. Risky business in all these movies.
Bad Dog. That was the thing with Spencer and Ian. They hadn't heard of Jean-Claude Van Damme because somebody said that Jet Central looked like JCVD. And I'm like, yeah, he kind of does. And then Jet Central was like, who's Jean-Claude Van Damme? I'm like, what? And then Spencer said the same thing. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
No, we need a homework, a history assignment. You know, we need assignment.
Yeah, I mean, Jean-Claude.
I went back in the chat, and that's how I found the Watch Casino. But I'll see maybe Risky Business maybe sometime. You know, maybe whenever.
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
Those three movies that Bad Dog just named. Any man needs to see those movies if you want to call yourself a man. Come on. Those are classic Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
JC's hanging in, man. Man, we have some celebs in the chat.
There he is. JC's back.
I'm telling you, I'm going to go back in the chat and watch all these movies, and then I'll know it even better. I see all the recent ones, like Creed 2 I've seen. I've even seen, like, some real weird movies.
I didn't get a chance to see Creed 2. Was it good?
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
As good as the first?
With Drago, I think it actually was.
Really?
It was that awesome.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I'm a huge fan of the Rocky series. Outside of the thing is though, I'll say this about the Rocky series. After the second one, it's like a big music video. In terms of the first 5. The third one, of course, Mr. T. It was a good story, whatever. But the fourth one specifically, everyone always harps on the fourth one, how great it is with Drago. The whole movie is a music video. There's very little story to it. The first and second Rocky are by far the best.
I still like 4.
Well, 4's got the famous fight.
How about Tommy Gunn? That dude was a cool guy.
Oh yeah, but that movie sucked.
Tommy Gunn was a beast.
Cocktail was great, Bad Dog. Yeah, Bad Dog. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Cocktail, are we watching that tonight?
I'll watch Cocktail right now.
This is great. This is great. All these classics, but Entertainer. I also saw like Boy Erased. I'll see like all the movies that are up for the Academy Awards. You know.
Yeah.
I even saw that Melissa McCarthy movie. If you heard of that one.
What was that?
It's a movie where she's like copying stuff, like like it's a serious role for her.
I'll tell you one movie that I saw with her, where she played a serious role that I think is a very underrated movie a lot of people don't know about. If you get a chance, you got to see this. I'm a huge Bill Murray fan. That's why I saw it. St. Vincent.
Okay.
St. Vincent. Came out about 5 years ago. Great movie. And she played a serious role in that. Really, really good movie. I love Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray, Caddyshack. That, of course, I know him. Whatever Bills are there. Tell me some Murrays.
Oh, come on. Bill Murray? I mean, of course, Ghostbusters, but I mean, you got Scrooged, you got Caddyshack, you got just off the top of my head. I mean, I'm trying to think of some of my favorite. You've got what's it called?
Oh, but you're gonna have with this girl on your channel. You're gonna have so many movie dates with this girl calling in on your channel, dude.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to meet her. I hope I meet her. That'd be such a cool story.
Yeah, because dude, you could just watch all these movies all over again. But I'm telling you, movie reviews would kill.
Oh, Stripes. That's the movie I'm thinking of with Bill Murray. That was a good one. Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day. Have you seen Groundhog Day?
No.
Oh.
I gotta leave before it gets ugly. It's like I've been living under a rock.
Yeah,
I'm a bear. I've been in hibernation my whole life.
Mike Morena just said it. Groundhog Day. You know what the premise for that movie is? There's
too many movies.
Such a cool story though. Groundhog Day. Basically, what the story's about is Bill Murray. He dies every day, but then he keeps coming back to life, and he keeps reliving the same day over and over and over again. Groundhog Day. So
wait, does he die at midnight? Why does he die?
No. Like if he sleeps through the night, he'll wake up. So what he keeps doing is he's like, at some point in the movie, because he just keeps reliving the same day over and over and over again. He's just like, I'm gonna kill myself. I can't stand it anymore. So he kills himself, and he wakes up and he keeps reliving the same. So yeah, but
it's almost like you got to decimate like a bomb in one day, sort of movie.
Yeah, a really, really good movie. Really good movie. What's going on, BK Sports Talk? What's going on, brother?
BK, what is up? I might need to get a charger for my laptop, man, but I'm enjoying the hell out of this,
Yeah, I could talk till midnight. I'll talk for 19 more minutes. I just left.
19 more. The chat is unbelievable, and this is really great because the game's kind of over. We're just kind of kicking back right now, you know?
Yeah, you get to know the people in your chat a little better.
You know when you had a sleepover in middle school and, like, you think some deep personal shit?
Look what Douglas said. That's a great comment.
You know what? A great Doug last line that he said is that the Jet season is the draft.
Yeah, well, Groundhog's Day equals a Jets documentary. Spot on about that. You keep,
with Todd Bowles.
You keep reliving the same season over and over again.
That's like Marvin Lewis.
Yeah.
How great would it be if Marvin Lewis just never got fired? Ever.
Marvin Lewis, I can't believe it.
I don't want him to ever get fired. I'm to the point he's like Jeff Fisher to me.
Douglas says Vince Young could have been a great quarterback. He could have.
No, he didn't have that arm talent. But boy, in Tennessee, he tormented the Giants with that one game. He had a couple of games.
I still don't get over that. Who was that? Kiwanuka had him wrapped up, and he let him go because he thought the referee blew his whistle.
Vince Young, I mean, the fact that he can buy a whole airplane, every single seat, just so he can fly himself. How unbelievable is that?
Yeah.
And how about going to the Cheesecake Factory and dropping $3,000 at the Cheesecake Factory? That's unbelievable, man. I wish I had that kind of money.
BK Sports Talk. Right now we're talking anything but sports, which I'm really enjoying, but I will answer that question. The Texans are definitely for real. And I don't know if they're a Super Bowl team, but they're definitely a legit playoff team and a team I wouldn't want to play. Because they have a dynamic offense and they have the pieces on defense to disrupt the pass. So they're a dangerous team come playoff time. I really believe that.
Hugh Jackson, how great is that for Cincinnati? You get Marvin gone, but then guess who you look forward to? You. Like these are the only eligible guys.
Jamie says, remember? Yes, I do remember that. Dayton, yeah, the small. Dayton made the tournament a few times. I remember we talked about that, Jamie.
Dangerous, those Flyers. I remember that, too, way back in the day. Temple and Dayton used to have a great team, man.
Oh, John Chaney, a legendary coach for the Temple Owls.
What was your favorite shot? My favorite shot in March Madness was the Northern Iowa half-court shot.
Oh, great shot. I mean, the most famous shot ever, and you're too young for this, but of course you've seen the replay. It's one of the top 5 sports moments of all time. I remember watching it as a little kid with my dad. The Final Four game between Kentucky and Duke with Christian Laettner. Are you kidding me? I mean, Grant Hill inbound. You tell me you've seen the play.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's such an amazing. Of course, I've seen that play. The turnaround jumper, catching the ball over Kentucky when what's his name got ejected on Kentucky.
Mashburn. Was Mashburn ejected in that game?
It wasn't him, but he was a good player. It was somebody else. He stepped on a guy's face.
Yeah, what a great game.
No, Laettner was epic. If the Hayward shot went in, that would have been the greatest shot in the history of sports.
Yeah, well, what about the one in the finals between Butler and Duke when Hayward almost made it from half court to win the national championship?
That's the shot.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, with Gordon Hayward. I mean, it goes all. Yeah, it bounced off the backboard, hit the front rim, and bounced out. If that went in, that would have been the greatest shot in the history of sports.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I used to love watching Wichita State make it for the tournament. I mean, there were so many. How about when Drake hit that three-pointer? How about Bryce Drew or Scott Drew with the shot?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the tournament's great. The tournament's great.
I think it's the best sporting event of the year.
Oh, it is. It is. I'll tell you, my favorite sporting events, I mean, everybody's going to say the obvious ones, the Super Bowl. But the thing is with the Super Bowl, yeah, I enjoy it. But unless my team's in it, I'm not super into it. You know, I still...
yeah, I'm getting a charger, but I want you to say your sports.
All right, I'll wait till you get back. How could you ever spend $3,000 at the cheesecake? Who said they spent $3,000 at the cheesecake? That's awesome. Those are some great players. C.J. McCollum, Cantor, J.R. Smith, Carmelo. Wow. Yeah, Best Savage, you got out of hand. We're actually talking movies and stuff. But now you asked me my favorite sporting events. Okay.
Yeah.
And these aren't necessarily my favorite sports, okay? Super Bowl is not one of my favorite sporting events unless the Giants are in it. Of course, I watch the Super Bowl. I enjoy it. I enjoy the NFL playoffs. But if we're talking, like, sporting events, March Madness is right there. That's up there. The Masters, believe it or not, I really enjoy watching. I'm not a huge golf fan when it comes to watching it on a regular basis, but I do love watching the Masters.
U.S. Open is right there with me with golf as well.
I'm trying to think of specific.
Masters Sunday is spectacular.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
it's so relaxing. You know what I mean? Like I always want to just be watching like with my family. Super Bowl Sunday, I'm totally with you because after the Super Bowl is the most depressing time of the year when 12 o'clock and the whole season is over and you're reconsidering everything and there's no football for you go into darkness. It's one of the worst days of the year. And you know what? It's a little annoying how like people that don't like football are kind of like around you during the Super Bowl. I don't know. You know what I mean?
No. You get all the fake fans that want to watch the commercials and the
commercial. How annoying is commercial guys?
I actually
they're not even good anymore. They're not.
I actually much prefer the wild card round, the divisional round, and the championship round to the Super Bowl.
Divisional round. Wow. I completely agree. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's a good one. Opening day for football, but opening day for baseball. That's another one for me. I get goosebumps every year. But
college football.
And for you, you love college. Douglas
college football.
Douglas asked me, do I think Chris Mullen is an overrated coach? I'll say this about Mullen. He's only, what has he been there now? 3 years. And when he went in there, Steve Lavin left him a complete mess with that St. John's program. Now, this is what Lavin did. Lavin went in there, he replaced Norm Roberts, who was a mediocre coach for St. John's. And to be fair to Norm Roberts, he had a big mess to clean up with the whole Jarvis scandal, with the sex scandal and everything else there, prostitutes. So he replaced Norm Roberts. Lavin had a great recruiting class that first year. It was the number 1 ranked recruiting class in basketball, if I'm not mistaken. But they brought in like 8 recruits in 1 year. So by the time it was Lavin's 4th year, they had nobody left. They had no recruits. Everyone left that year. So then Lavin sucked. They replaced Lavin now with Mullen. So you got to give Mullen some time. It's now been 3 years. He's brought in a few good recruits, and the team's showing promise now. They're 5-0. Granted, they haven't played any world beaters, but they played some pretty big programs this year. They beat Cal. I can't remember who else, but they beat a couple of big programs. So the thing with Mullen is he's a name, right, Spence? And Mullen has some. He was a GM, I think, for the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken, and so he has some experience, not as a coach, but he's a name, and I think he is going to be able to attract some recruits. He's the best player in the history of St. John's, so I think he will bring some pretty big names to that program, and I think he will bring St. John's back from the dead. I do think that
some New York kids.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep kids home.
I mean, you've been to the campus of St. John's, and you're probably going to think it's a great campus. Why does Seton Hall get better talent than St. John's?
Well, as I said, the thing that brought St. John's down, and Jazzy Prince, I appreciate you for tuning in as long as you did, Jazz. You were great. I had a lot of fun, and I hope the date goes well, too. Maybe she'll be my wife. But, yeah.
You got to propose on here then. Yeah.
But the thing that with St. John's that really put this team in a hole, and you probably don't know this, but the whole Mike Jarvis thing. Mike Jarvis was a great recruiter. Okay, he brought in my lifetime since I've been watching St. John's. The best team was under his watch. They went to the Elite Eight. They should have made the Final Four. They lost to Ohio State. That team with Scooney Penn and Michael Redd, who was a very good NBA player, great shooter. But that St. John's team was loaded. They had Ron Artest. They had Eric Barkley, who was a phenomenal college player. They had LeVar Postel, who played for the Knicks in the NBA. Bucci Thornton, another phenomenal college player. They had 4 guys who had NBA experience on that team. And Ron Artest, of course, is a borderline Hall of Famer. And Jarvis was a great recruiter. That team was great. But they got caught in a scandal where there was like prostitutes and whatever else. So St. John's for 3 or 4 years couldn't recruit. They weren't allowed to bring people into the program because of the punishments. So that set the program back 4 years, and they're still recovering from it. So that's what really, really set St. John's back.
It's really interesting to hear about. Who's a famous alumni other than Chris Mullen? Like one that I would know, like a good NBA player.
Malik Sealy. Felipe Lopez, Bill Cartwright. Cartwright was
the problem is that like Memphis, I think with Penny Hardaway is like that's like a perfect kind of fit, with the player coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Penny is just this incredible personality that even kids now just know about Penny Hardaway. And even Patrick Ewing will be an interesting experiment, at Georgetown.
I just want to look at the chat here. Jamie asked me a question. Do you think the Knicks make top 8? I think we will have a comeback shot once. Well, Jamie, I'm going to say this. I think the Knicks are only about. I looked at the standings today, actually. Even though they're 7-14, the Knicks have now won 3 in a row. They've beaten 2 teams they had no business beating on the road, the Celtics and the Grizzlies, in that stretch. And they beat the Pelicans, who have a very talented roster. In my opinion, one of the top 5 or 6 talented teams in the sport. So they've beaten 3 good teams in a row. They're 7-14, but they're only a game and a half out of the playoffs because the East is so weak. So I do think the Knicks have a shot to make the playoffs. I do. I don't think they will, but I think they'll have a shot. If they're within 3 games of that 8th seed when KP gets back, they might do it.
How much money do the Knicks have to spend, and will Kemba Walker be available this offseason?
Kemba Walker, we'll see if the Hornets lock him down, but he is a projected free agent.
He would just be you'd have to love him, right? New York kid, you'd have to love him.
Well, it would be a great, but the only thing that's where I'm worried about with that is Marbury was a New York kid too. And they brought him back, and that was the feel-good story.
Kemba's a star. He's holding up that franchise.
Well, Marbury was a star too. Marbury was a top 15 player in the league when the Knicks got him. That was
right. And I guess you could say Kemba could be a ball-dominant guy. I mean, he is a ball-dominant guy.
That's the thing that scares me.
But you're going to get Wizards players coming available as well. Bradley Beal's going to be available.
I love Bradley Beal. He's one of my favorite players in the league. Fantastic. James McAvoy wants a mod. Let me log into the chat and give him. Are you in the chat? Do you know how to give a mod?
Not really.
I'll do it right now. I'll give him one. Hold on 1 second, James. I just got caught up in the conversation. I love talking. I love bullshitting. It's fun.
Exactly. It's like, you're at a sleepover and it's like, you unbear your soul. But I can't believe that they beat the Grizzlies on the road. That's pretty awesome. That's awesome.
No, Best Savage, you're a good subscriber. I want you to have the mod. You deserve it.
Yeah, we've been having good numbers all night. We have 24 likes. I mean, I wonder if JC got more people in here. I have no idea.
I couldn't even see the numbers while I was doing it. But the one thing I'll ask the people I give these mods, don't do what you did last night with the Knicks stream, please. Don't be banning comments and kicking people out of the chat. That's not what this is meant for. It's meant to prevent spam. That's it.
These are all fresh ones.
All right, there we go. I gave you the mod. But yeah, let me pull you back up.
And this was a fun night. It was a good football game. Eagles Redskins will be good on Monday night. Yeah.
Oh, Jamie joined after. Yeah, Jamie. What happened was, and I get it. They got excited. A lot of. I know Best Savage. I'm not. I don't even know who did it. It is. It is what it is. People get excited. They get the mods. I guess whatever. But what happened was.
BK's an Eagles fan. I mean, that game against Washington's going to be unbelievable.
BK's a cool guy, though. He actually just started a YouTube channel of his own. Check it out. But
is he a Brooklyn guy?
I think he's a New York guy because he's a Yankee fan, and there's another New York team. I think the Rangers he roots for. But so the story with the banning thing was, it was a Knicks chat, because it was the Knicks stream, and it was right after I did the Giants stream, so it was understandable. A lot of my Giants subs came over because they were still upset about the game, and the chat was getting flooded with Giants talk. And I said, there's a lot of people in here want to talk about the Knicks because it's a Knicks stream. So I said, let's stop talking about the Giants until at least halftime or after the game. We could talk a little Giants. And then I gave, people asked for mods, so I gave them the mods, whatever. And then anytime somebody talked about the Giants, they were blocking it. and then they kicked one guy out. I'm like, you can't do that. I'm gonna lose subscribers. People aren't gonna, you know what I'm saying? So that's all. That's all.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
We got to go back and get the movies all squared away, but it was a hell of a time. I can't wait to talk like playoffs, and our live show even Wednesday is going to be a lot of fun, Tainer. But I really enjoyed coming in tonight, man.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We're doing the live show Wednesday. Yes. We're gonna do it for about an hour. We're gonna start that, guys. That's gonna be a weekly show. I'm hoping we can start it at 9:45. Same time frame as Bad Dog, like 9:45 to 11 type show, and we talk just broad NFL, I guess, right?
Yeah, we're talking about NFL.
Yeah, we're gonna break down the schedule. We're gonna talk about each individual matchup for say 5-10 minutes. We'll bring up the spreads, see who we would pick, yada yada yada, stuff like that.
All right, Tainer, I'm gonna bounce, man. It was a hell of a time.
Oh, it's always a hell of a time, and I want to thank everybody that stuck around and talked movies with us, food, beer, sports. It was fun. Can't wait to do it again. We will be back on this channel Wednesday, and check me out tomorrow with Bad Dog, as I said. Tuesday, I do it with the Giants Talk. And then Thursday, Spencer will be back on here live doing a solo stream. And then anything you want to announce for your channel?
Got some film reviews coming out, Got to go and get some food in me, and who knows, tonight there might be some more film reviews coming.
Oh, your film reviews are the best, man. Yeah, the Modelo War is right, BK. Can you do another video where one person acts as the Bears coach and one? Yeah, Best Savage, we're definitely doing that. We're definitely gonna do the.
You're the Giants and JC's the Bears.
Yeah, we picked out the videos this week. We're doing like 5 of them, and the Giants are one of them.
It's going to be fantastic. All right, Tainer. Be good, man.
All right, man. Have a good night, Spence.
I'm out. All right.
And, thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the stream. We had a lot of fun. And I'm going to go up to bed because it's getting late. But thank you guys for being great subscribers. And you guys have a great night.